NFL fans, it's time to unwrap nonstop football action. This holiday season, throw down on big matchups with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. This week, new customers can bet just $5 on any NFL and score $150 instantly in bonus bets. Download DraftKings Sportsbook now with code Shannon. New customers can bet $5 on any NFL action to score $150 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code Shannon. The crown is yours. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us again for another episode of Nightcap. I'm your favorite sports unc, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number 85, Bengals Ring of Famer, route runner extraordinaire, Chad, Ochocinco Johnson.
Yes,
Ocho, we're at 528,000 subscribers. We really appreciate that, guys. Do us a favor. Our goal, Ocho, is to try to get to 600K by the end of the year.
Whoa.
So we got
don't
about.
Don't cut it short, man. Don't cut it short.
Look, we would gladly take anything over that. But the goal is now. Look, I'm shooting. Listen, if we shoot for the stars and we land on the moon, we still pretty damn high up.
Okay. I'm with you.
So if we can get there, guys, we greatly appreciate it. We thank you for helping us get to 528,000 in such a short period of time. So it just goes to show you that we hear your comments. We try to make sure that we deliver great content, all the while entertaining you, informing you, and educating you. So we really appreciate it. We've pinned the link, Shea by Laportier, at the top of the chat. Christmas is right around the corner, guys. It's probably not going to get there in time, but you know what? It'll be there by New Year's. So you know what? Order a bottle or two for you or someone that you love, and your favorite uncle would greatly appreciate it. Ocho, let's get right into it. The Bills beat the Chargers tonight, 24-22. The Bills opened the game as a 12.5 point favorite and walk away with a narrow win. Josh Allen, 15 of 21, 237 yards, one touchdown, one interception. Easton Stick filling in for Justin Herbert, 23 of 33, 215. When you look at this game, what was some of your takeaways?
The takeaway from this game was the goddamn Bills are lucky. Josh Allen is lucky. James Cook is lucky. The Chargers played a decent game without a Justin Herbert. They did it just enough to almost obviously win the game. That kick by Dicker, is it Dicker or Decker? I don't want to pronounce it right.
Dicker.
I thought that sealed the game, but obviously Josh Allen comes down, throws a beautiful pass to Diggs on third, and I'm not sure what it was. It was third and something, and then came back and hit. God, I got to get these fellas' names right, man. Number 10, where his knee was down. Well, his knee was down.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a touchdown, but they have to stop playing like this because you can't overcome the turnovers. You're not going to be able to overcome the turnovers once you get into playoff contention or you're in a playoff atmosphere against a team that's much better than that of the Chargers.
Right. You know what, Ocho? They flashed a stat on the screen. Josh Allen has turned the ball over 15 straight times in road games dating back to 2022.
Wait, 15 straight?
15 straight games. He's had at least one turnover on the road. That gets you beating the playoffs because you pay double for him. If he throws Diggs across the field in a situation like that, there's no backside help. So now just
let it go.
Let him run up under. Yeah, because if you throw it like he throw it, the same thing's going to happen. The guy's going to undercut it.
And the funny thing about it, remember, he just did it earlier. He did it earlier in the game anyway to Gabe Davis instead of across the field. It's right in front of him.
He threw it up the field.
All he had to do is step into it just a little bit more.
Yeah. Shakir.
Okay,
number 10 for the Buffalo Bills.
Khalil Shakir. Okay.
Yeah. You're right. It seemed like to me, Buffalo kind of like played down to the competition. Even though the Chargers still have a very talented team, even without Justin Herbert, without Keenan Allen, Joey Bosa, they still have a very talented roster. And give those guys credit for fighting hard. But this has been the story over the last 3 years. They play good, but somehow they find ways to lose these type of ball games. How many times have they lost by 1, lost by 2, lost by 3 points? And seemingly in situations like this, somebody kicking a game-winning field goal, but you only have limited time to go try to win the ball game or tie the ball game up. And so this has kind of been the story not only of their season, but of the last couple of years. But the Bills, you're absolutely right. The Bills need to play a lot better than what they played. And sometimes when you look across, you're like, man, they can't beat us. Look at what they got at quarterback. They're missing Keenan Allen also. The defense, they just fired their coach. So what do they have to play for? Well, a lot of these guys playing for jobs because there's going to be a new coach coming in. There's going to be a new general manager coming in. And they didn't draft, they didn't trade for, or they didn't sign any of you guys in free agency. So they absolutely have no loyalty to you.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be very interesting. So that's what you're playing for. You ask, well, what are we playing for? We don't have anything to play for. We're not going to the playoffs. Your job, because I'm sure you're going to want a job in 2024. And so the new coach is going to come in and he's going to watch every single game. And the one thing that you don't want to put on tape, Ocho, is that when we're winning and we're front running, we play hard. But the moment we face a little adversity and we're behind, we're not playing as that's not a good look. That's definitely not a good look. But give the Bills credit. They come along. That's a long trip, Ocho. They win the ball game. They're going to get an extra day of rest. They get an opportunity to sit at home for Christmas and don't have to worry about anything. They're probably not going to have no practice until Tuesday. They're off tomorrow. They're off Sunday. Well, hell, they're not going to get home. They're not going to get home until it's 11 o'clock, 12, 1, 2, 3. They're probably not going to get home till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. They're not going to get home because you figure an hour to leave the stadium. And from where the stadium is to the airport, it's only like you get police escort.
So it's not that bad. You're gonna get there fast.
Yeah, and plus a lot of the traffic that have been kind of thinned out a little bit. Not all of it. Not all of it. There'll still be some traffic. But you'll get an opportunity to get there, and so probably 30 minutes after you get to the airport. So they're not getting home till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Maybe even 5. That's a 5-hour flight because it takes us when we go to New York, and that's upstate New York. So that's at least a 5.5 hour flight. So it's 11 o'clock, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they get home 4.
The funny thing about it, but the good thing about it, you know what it would have felt like to take that 5-hour and 30-minute drive back home if you had lost. You had lost that game. One behind that fumble or maybe that interception, because it's only 2 or 3 plays in an entirety of a game that make the difference. That totally makes a difference. The fact that they were able to come 2 turnovers today, they got lucky. They got real lucky, but it won't cut it once you get in the playoffs. It won't cut it.
Yeah. I don't know how you were, Ocho, but man, I couldn't sleep. Man, we win, lose, or draw. And especially in a win, I ain't sleeping. We rowdy back there. We playing cards, we laughing, we joking, we telling jokes. We talking about if somebody got blew up in the game. Oh, we on your head. Oh man, dude.
Right.
If you got slept in the game, don't worry about it. Hey, we might have felt bad for you on the field. But once we get on that, once we get to that locker room,
them jokes gonna fly. Them jokes are gonna fly.
Oh, absolutely.
Every time.
Absolutely.
Every time. Well, shoot, man. After a loss, especially if we had a long flight, we were on the West Coast having to come back to the East.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm thinking about, playing the Raiders or playing the Chargers and losing and having to come back. I can't even remember what I was doing. But I think I probably did sleep. Win or loss, I probably did sleep. Especially after playing a game, being beat up, being sore, not sure what the outcome might have been, but I got to get my rest. I got to get my rest, especially for a flight that long. That's tough. But I mean, just that 5-hour flight coming from the west to the east, but that's hell, especially if you lost.
Oh, for sure. I tell you what, you're not gonna feel worse than Deontay Wilder. He got to come all back with that L and how he looked tonight, all the way from Saudi.
Yeah,
after that performance, they shouldn't make him walk back. After what he put on tape today, Ocho, they need to make him walk back.
Wilder, man, good friend of mine. Boxing is weird the way it works. Boxing is weird the way it works. Is he's always been dominant. He's always been dominant with one hand and one punch. He's always been dominant with one hand and one punch for so long. He's relied on it for such a period of time that now I think it's almost too late. Where now It would be much
You
better
can't
if
teach
you
him
were.
nothing now. It's too late.
Huh?
It's too late
Yeah,
for him
I
now,
know what I
Ocho.
mean.
You
If
can't
if
teach
he was
him
a little bit
anything.
more technical and a little bit more sound as a
Hmm.
boxer, not a puncher,
Yeah,
because now you're
right.
coming, now
That's what he
you're
is.
meeting people that have a great ring IQ that are able to protect themselves from that one hand and that
Right.
one punch, and they are better boxers. Does that, if that makes sense? They might not be the better, they
It
might not be
absolutely
the
makes
better
sense.
fighter than him, but they are the better boxer. They're outboxing him.
Yeah, and if as long as they don't walk
Oh
into
yeah,
that punch or he let them set them up to
yeah.
trap him. But I think the thing is for him, Ocho, in
Mhm,
combat sports, like when you're like
mhm.
invincible. You remember how Mike
Oh
Tyson
yeah,
was? Nobody really wanted to
yeah.
fight Mike Tyson until Buster Douglas
Mhm.
knocked him out, and then everybody had a line
Right.
around the block. It was the same thing with
Mhm.
George Foreman. When he was knocking people out, he almost killed Joe
Mhm.
Frazier. When he almost killed Ken Norton, nobody wanted to fight him. Then Muhammad Ali beat him. He took a
Yeah.
sabbatical because the era of
Mhm. Yeah.
invincibility, when you're that
Mhm.
guy, when you're the king of
Mhm.
the mountain, kind of like a
Yeah.
bully. Everybody's scared of the bully until somebody whip his ass
Right.
and it's, oh, you ain't
Yeah.
all that. Man, shut up. You ain't
Yeah.
beat him. Why you telling me to be
Mhm.
quiet? You should have told that man to whip your
Right.
ass to be quiet. And that's how it is in anything, in any
Mhm.
combat sport. As long as like you have this aura of
Mhm.
invincibility, people are gonna be like, man, can anybody? Because you have to understand, Deontay Wilder, although he only had
Mhm.
that one punch, it was
Listen, it was
dynamite.
effective. Listen, this is the funny thing about it. I've seen Deontay Wilder spar a few times. Listen, the sound, the power behind those
Mm-hmm.
punches, or that one punch, the jab is nice, but when that right hand catch you, and if it does catch you, he ain't even got to hit you clean. He could graze you
No,
and you going down. But
right.
then when you get against better competition, you come against boxers that are good, that have great footwork, that can get in and get
Right.
out, even though they're heavyweights, and they're outboxing you
And they
using this up here, then you struggle.
and
You struggle a little bit.
in most heavyweights, Ocho, as you go
Mhm,
up in weight
mhm.
classes, most fighters, as you start
Yes,
going up in
sir.
weight classes, can end the fight
Oh
with one
yeah,
punch.
most definitely.
Obviously, in the
Mhm.
heavyweight division, everybody can
Yeah,
throw a punch and get
yeah.
you up out of there. But the thing with a boxer is that he knows I ain't gonna stand directly in
Mhm,
front of you.
mhm.
I'm gonna come in
Yeah.
at angles, and I'm gonna negate some of that
Mhm.
power that you have by not
Yep.
standing in front of you. And so now all of a sudden, instead of giving them a square target, they give you like
Right.
this
Yep.
here.
We ain't got nothing to hit.
Well, when you come,
And it,
yeah. I mean, if you get like hit my head,
yeah,
hit my hit, it's like a
yeah.
stop sign. So he gonna tee up
Mhm,
on you. And that the thing was what really me, and I don't, like I said, I follow boxing, I love
mhm,
boxing, and I'm a huge
mhm,
boxing fan. I think what broke him more than anything, it wasn't
mhm.
losing, is when he hit the guy with his best punch
And it,
and he got
yeah,
up.
yeah,
He
yeah.
got up. Nobody had ever gotten
Right,
up from a punch
right.
like that. And he kicked him flush.
Mhm.
And he sat up in the middle of the ring like Undertaker
Yeah.
and got up and commenced to
Nick
whipping his
Fury.
ass. He said,
Yep.
well, Ocho, if you tee off on somebody, you hit them as hard as God will
Mhm.
let you, and he don't go
Yeah.
nowhere. Or if you knock him down, he get back up. I
Yeah.
got to run. Well, you in a boxing match, you
It could
can't
almost
run.
be demoralizing. Like, goddamn,
Yes.
that was my best shot. That was all I got. And to see somebody take your power and get up and continue to fight, it does something to you mentally. I'm sure it does. Obviously, I only been in the ring once, so I really am not, you know, really equipped to be able to talk about it like that. But with the
How
love I have for boxing, and the love I have for watching the sweet science throughout the years, I think I'm somewhat kind of qualified to talk about it.
how about we put how about we put it in terms that
Yeah.
we do? Our best
Hmm.
hitter hit the
Yeah.
receiver. He go
Uh-huh.
across the middle, and we hit him
Hmm.
flush. And guess what? 2 plays later, they throw the ball
Yeah.
to him again, and he go up and
The
grab it
middle
across
and
the
don't
middle.
even care.
You like,
Yeah.
damn,
Okay.
man, you know how many times we'd have had guys turn that
Yeah.
down when they
Most
see one of them
definitely.
guys
That
hit them
makes
like
sense.
that. Now all of a sudden, we like, well, damn, he ain't
Hmm.
scared. He ain't got no
Right.
alligator
Right.
arms. He really about
Hmm.
that life. So it takes
Hmm.
something out of not just the defense, it takes something out of the
Right.
whole team. Because as an offense, we used to seeing guys him lay him
Hmm.
out.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he ain't laid
Mm-mm.
out. He catching the ball and he
Not
take
even
off running.
caring at all. And the funny thing about
And
boxing, the great thing that I love about the sweet science is styles win fights. Styles win fights.
Oh, yeah,
so
for sure.
no matter how much of a power punch you are, no matter how much you can hit somebody with one shot, when you get a better fighter in front of you that is great at movement, understanding when to take chances and when not to, that is very sound defensively and has a ring IQ, that is trouble for anybody that's a one-hitter quitter like Wilder is. I
Deontay.
wish even at 38, I'm not sure. At 38, can you develop the skill set to be a better boxer and have a better ring IQ?
I doubt it, Ocho.
Or is it too late?
But think about it, Ocho. He got started in the game late.
Right.
It's not like, you know what I'm saying, Ocho? It's not like he started like in the amateur ranks with the Golden Gloves and worked his way up. He was a late starter anyway. So you're asking him to pick up skills and to be able to do things that he probably should have learned probably like, let's just say 10 to 12-year-old. Well, he didn't get started until his 20s. Right. So now all of a sudden he's already at a disadvantage. It's kind of like in any sport, when Tiger Woods understood, because think about it, Tiger Woods had a golf club in his hand at 2 years old versus somebody that started playing golf as a teenager. Not to say, I think, the longer you play something, the more skill, the more knowledge, and the more understanding that you have. And so I think that's what happened with Deontay. He got a late start. He wasn't technically sound, although he had dynamite in that right hand. He wasn't a guy that was looking to put punches together to get you up out of there. He was looking for you to make that one mistake. He landed that big right, and it was lights out. Now, if he caught you with it, with the exception of Fury, it was good night, Irene.
Every time. So
do you
think it is too late, though? Do you think it is too late to develop the skill set? Listen, the movement, what I saw from him today in the early rounds, the movement, the patience, the picking and choosing, when to take chances and when not to, it looked great. Round 1 through 4, even though he was losing those rounds because he wasn't as active as he should be.
Is he scared to take punches, Ocho? Because you know now, in order to knock somebody out, you got to take a chance. I ain't never seen nobody knock nobody out like this here.
You got to take a chance.
So when you throw that punch, guess what's open? Your chin. Because you trying to line that punch on him or whatever it is. Maybe it's a combo. Maybe it's an uppercut. So whatever the punch you're trying to land, you subject yourself to taking one.
Do you think after I hear boxers always say, I hear announcers always say, after a boxer's been knocked out, he's never the same again. He's never the same. You think that holds truth? You think?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
It messes with your psyche. You think
you get cautious.
Okay.
You get cautious.
Okay. I see what you mean. I did.
I tell you what, I'm old enough to remember. You remember Roy Jones when he lost to Antonio Tarver?
The left.
He was never the same fighter
by accident. Yeah.
He was never the same fighter. He was never the same. Now I understand. Roy went from junior all the way up to super middle, all the way up to heavy. He took the belt from Ruiz. He was 193. He took the heavyweight title, and then he dropped all that weight to come back down. That's what he shouldn't have done. But Roy was not the same fighter after he lost to Tarver. He started losing the fighters that Roy would have never lost. Roy would have toyed with him.
Yeah, most definitely. I think one of the problems with Roy also is as his skills started to deteriorate just a little bit, just a little bit, he wasn't sound defensively either. Because he was quicker very faster than everybody else.
Yeah. He could. He dropped his hands and he would like, okay, you bow. He catch you with that left hook, or he would catch you something when you suspected. So now you're not as technically sound, and you're still trying to take those chances as you start to age, and the reflexes aren't quite the same. So hopefully that Deontay can bounce back. But I don't know.
Say he coming back. He can't end like that. You can't end like that. You get back in the lab and you work on what you need to work on, and you come back and you keep on fighting.
Guys back in the 80s and 90s were so skilled. People think heavyweights are just big and slow, no footwork giants. But you have to understand, those guys had Olympic background. They came amateurs. Ali won the gold medal in 60. Frazier was 64. George Foreman was 68. Holyfield went to the Olympics. Mike Tyson was an alternate in the Olympics. Roy Jones was in the Olympics. Floyd Mayweather was in the Olympics. Sweet Pea Whitaker, Mark Breland, all those guys, Tubbs and Henry Tillman. You go back, the greatest boxing team ever assembled was the '84 Olympics. I think we won 10 of the 12 gold medals, and I think we got a silver in one and a bronze. But we won 10 of the 12. And you go look at that roster. From Sweet Pea to Mark Breland to Henry Tillman. We were loaded.
They had them boys on there. So you think things would be different for him from a skill point perspective as far as footwork and ring movement and ring IQ and stuff like that if he had started much earlier as opposed to 20?
Yeah, because the thing is, how often are you going to be able to knock somebody out with that headgear? So now you got to outpoint them. Now you got to outbox them. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Not to say that you can't knock them out, but it's a lot harder. That's why they spar with headgear. It's a lot harder to knock someone out when they have headgear versus not. So now it's a point system. I got to outpoint you in order to beat you because the likelihood of me knocking you out isn't
but
that
he's
good.
Not a volume puncher though, so that takes that out the equation too.
Why? Because he didn't have the background, the amateur background. He didn't go up in the Golden Gloves. He didn't grow up, to go to the Olympics. So he just got in. So to get as far as he got with the limited trait and the skills that he has, you have to tilt your hat to it.
Yes, but that's why I was asking. I know boxing is different from football. Even at 38, is it possible to attain those skills even at over a short amount of time to become a volume puncher, to be able to come out and throw maybe even as a heavyweight? It might be ridiculous to say, 50, 60 punches around. Is that possible, or is that not in his DNA?
You think you could have been the same route runner if you didn't start playing football till you was 25?
Hell no, boy. I need all 10,000 of them hours. Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now, because you not only do you understand, okay, this is what I want to do, you understanding how to set guys up. You also understand from the defense that when I catch this ball, here's where the danger is going to come from. So you already know that from all those years, man, this single high safety. Ain't nobody coming. If somebody's going to come, they're going to be coming from the inside. So if I give him an inside move, he going to probably bite. I can spin out. Okay, if he's coming up, he probably coming up on the outside. Let me speak. I'm going to be able to get back up inside. But somebody might be coming. So just make sure, hey, I got to make this thing happen quick. It's just years and years and years of repetition of knowing. We'll get back to boxing. Let's get to the Steelers. The Steelers blow out the Bengals 34-11. Mason Rudolph, 17 of 27, 292 touchdowns. George Pickens had a bounce-back game. Scorched the Bengals secondary, 4 catches, 195 yards, 2 touchdowns. He became the first Steeler to have 2 touchdowns of at least 65 yards since the great Louis Lips did it in 1988. I know you don't remember Louis Lips, but Louis Lips was a hell of a football. He was a hell of a receiver. Smallish, but can't quit. Bruce Pickens. George Pickens took Rudolph's first pass attempt for an 86-yard touchdown. What a hop. Ocho, where the hell the safety going?
I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was doing. I have no idea. I have no idea what he was doing. But this is what I was talking about when I was somewhat defending George Pickens, obviously on the play with the block, and in his frustration and based his aura, the laziness of being underused or not utilized to its potential. This is what I was talking about. Now, again, I'm not saying you have to block all the time. You have to put the effort in blocking so everything works. Listen, offense is 11 players. If one player is not doing something, it's like having an engine with no goddamn belt. The car might be running, but it ain't gonna go nowhere if you ain't got the belt to keep, to get the engine spinning.
Yeah.
So boom.
Gotta have the spark
said
plug.
that part. But the other flip side of it, listen, the Steelers aren't playing well this year. They have a franchise changing receiver at the helm that they're not using. They're not utilizing him to his full potential. He's a game changer. He's a game changer. What we saw today is what he could have been doing since week 1, regardless to who they're playing. You put him in positions to make the plays. I look at Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua is a phenomenal talent. He's a phenomenal talent. What he's done this far in the McVay system is phenomenal. But is he that or at the likes of George Pickens when it comes to route running, speed, skill set? No, I don't think so. And that's no disrespect to Puka. I'm just speaking on what I know based off what I know about receivers in the eye test and what I know George can do. And we saw a glimpse of it tonight. What we saw tonight shouldn't be happening in week 15, 14, 16, whatever week we in. I don't even know. That should be happening consistently
16.
Week in and week out. When the Steelers line up on offense, the defensive adjustments should be made based on where he's lined up. That's the type of player he is. And I'm glad he hit me tonight. He hit me tonight, and I say, man, good game. I love you. That's how this shit's supposed to look every motherfucking day. Every day. Forget the catching part. Forget the catching part.
Yeah.
The catching and the blocking. Have a complete game every time you step on that field. Never be the problem.
Yes.
Nigga, be the solution. Oh, shit. My bad. I'm sorry.
Ocho. People hear me. Oh, Ryan Clark, Shannon Sharpe, what y'all think about this? Two things can be true. George Pickens loafed last week on the block. This week, George Pickens had an incredible ball game. You see how two things can be true? Just because he had an incredible ball game, that doesn't negate what he didn't do last week. And so people got to get out of that notion. One thing does not compensate for the other. He did that. That's on tape. Just like what he did this week. It's on tape. I'm a firm.
Special.
Yes, I believe two things can be true. George Pickens loafed on a block last week. We saw it. George Pickens came back this week, had 4 catches for $195 and 2 touchdowns, and became the first Steelers receiver to have 2 touchdowns of at least 65 yards in a game since Louis Lips did it in 1988. Those are true. But here's the thing, Ocho. As a receiver, you're a receiver. We played a dependent position. We couldn't throw ourselves the ball. We couldn't call plays for ourselves. The only thing that we could control was our effort. How hard did you get in and out of that break? How hard did you get into that break? What did you do once you got the ball? What did you do when you didn't have the ball? Are you excited? Because you're only going to be as good if you are excited that somebody else scored the touchdown. And if you scored it yourself, that's when you know you're onto something. Man, I've been on part of championship teams, and to see Ed, how excited he was for me and Rod or TD, and to see TD running down the field, and everybody want a mile high salute. That's when you know you're onto something. All I'm saying, look, and I'm saying, Ocho, you don't think I wanted to catch 10 passes a week? You don't think I wanted 100 yards and a couple of touchdowns a week? Yes. But you know, realistically, even Tyreek, the type of season that he had, even Calvin Johnson, when he had that record-breaking season, there were some games the man had 50 yards.
Yeah.
It wasn't many. The effort is the only thing as an athlete I can control. Even when I shoot the ball. Now, it might look pure. I can't control if it go in or not. But if I miss a shot, I got to hustle my ass back on defense, or my man going to get the layup, or my man going to get a dunk. So that's all I'm saying to George Pickens. There's no denying his talent. Yeah. We know what he's capable of doing.
They need to use it, though. They need to put that motherfucker on display every goddamn week. Every week. They look good. They look good.
They put it on.
They look good. And that's coming from a Bengals fan. That's coming from a diehard, still love, everyday, bleed black and orange. They look goddamn good today. They look good.
Can you put up there not only the sacks, but tackles for losses, forced fumble.
Shoot, I know. Pick probably watching right now. Hey, Pickens, if you watch it, man, send us $100, yo. Send us a quick 100.
Tom Badon said, do me a favor, Ocho. No more GDs tonight. Please, love y'all content, but the GDs worse than any other.
I don't even gangbang. Yeah. I'm not from Chicago. I'm not a GD.
No, he's saying gosh.
No,
dang.
It's goddamn. Got. Not the D word, GOT. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just that's what
oh yeah, tell him it's goddamn, not the God word version. My grandma don't play that, boy. She'll slap fire out my mouth.
I've been looking at this, and Molly said something the other day that the betting favorite for defensive player of the year is Micah Parsons, and I'm just trying to figure out how.
Because it's based off numbers, huh? Because it's based off numbers. Is that what we're gonna do?
I mean, he ain't even close with the numbers. T.J. Watt leads the league in sacks. He has more sacks, more forced fumbles, more fumble recoveries, more interceptions, more touchdowns, more tackle for losses.
Well, Micah got what Micah? Let me see. He got 12 and a half. He got a forced fumble, 14 tackles for loss.
Yes.
Well, shit, Miles Garrett and goddamn Micah, goddamn right there neck and neck. So running away with it is TJ Watt based on what he's done so far.
TJ Watt leads the league with 17. Miles Garrett is 7th with 13. He and Micah are tied for tackle for losses with 14. TJ Watt has 16. TJ Watt has more forced fumbles. He has more fumble recoveries. He has more interceptions. He has more touchdowns.
Listen, all three of them are very impactful on their defenses too.
But we got to get award. We can't get award to 3 players. We got to give it to somebody.
Who you like? Who would you like? If you had to give the award to somebody, who you giving it to? Are you giving it to
right now? TJ Watt. TJ Watt. Yes.
Despite the team's lack of success.
No, hey,
I'm just asking. Despite the team's lack of success, the fact that he's
Cortez Kennedy won Defensive Player of the Year on a 2-14 team.
Oh no! I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm just trying to make sure I touch on all angles before you give it away.
But hold on. But the Steelers have an opportunity to get into the playoffs. They still got a chance.
You're right.
To be a wild card.
You're right.
They're not done yet. They're not done yet.
You know what I think about when I think about it? I like what Micah doing. Micah has done this far. Through the season. Micah, I'm sorry. I like what Miles Garrett has also done. They are forced to be reckoned with on their teams, and they can change the direction of a game at any point. And is it the fact that maybe they're getting double teamed? They getting tripped?
Oh, you don't think TJ getting double teamed?
I don't know. I don't watch the D line like that.
I watch it all because especially I'm watching it all. For the simple fact, I need to see. I don't really get caught up into like, okay, he scored. I need to know why he scored. Okay, he got a sack, but I need to know what happened. How did they scheme it up? Did somebody get off on the block? Did they slide the wrong way? Did the back miss the block? I have to look at all of that. And if I look at TJ's numbers, and it's just hard. And it's not like the Steelers defense are trash. I can see if he's on the defense and they dead last in pass defense. But we know what the Steelers are. The Steelers have always been linebackers have always been legit. You go back to the 70s with Ham, Lambert, Andy Russell. You come to Kevin Green and Greg Lloyd, yes. And you go to Gilden and you go to Joey Porter and you go to Holmes and you go to Kirkland. They've always had linebackers. James Harrison,
Kendrell Bell,
Farrier.
Hey, so I have a question. TJ Watt normally played a wide 9, right? They play a 3. They put him down and put his hand in the dirt. But they play a 34. So they play a 34. That mean what? That's still a 9. That's still a 9. No. What would you call it in 3-4?
I call it a 34. That's a Sam, Will, and Mike.
Okay.
Well, we call it. Well, he's normally the strong side, so we call it Sam. You got Sam, Will. You got Plug and Mike. That's the way we label it. Now, if you play a 43 defense, we call it Sam, Will, and Mike. But we call it when you got a 34 defense, Sam, Will, Plug, Mike. So they played the Steelers for the last 30 years. Now, in the 70s, they were called the Steel Curtain. They played a 43 defense with Ernie Holmes, L.C. Greenwood, Joe Green, and those guys. That's
why I'm asking. I'm looking at the sacks, right? And I'm trying to see what do they do with TJ Watt differently that they don't do with Micah and Miles Garrett.
Well, see, they're like Miles is an end. And normally they play a 43, so he's on the he plays the open side. So they're always trying to put him away from tight end.
They want him a little bit too.
They'll swap him around, and you see sometimes he's going in between his legs. He's over the guard. What they're trying to do, and they'll do this with all of them. Who's the weak link? Now I'm gonna turn the door handles on all these doors. Now one of them got to open, and the one that opens the easiest, I'll be back to come in there again. So, but they will drop TJ in the coverage because as the Will and as the Sam Backer, sometimes you got hooked to flat. You got the curl. So you're not always rushing. And even and Michael occasionally, but more times than not, when you got a guy with his hand in the dirt, you're rushing him more times than not. Occasionally, you run a zone, you get exotic, you run a zone blitz, and you don't fake like it, and he'll drop out. But for the most part, Myles Garrett and Micah do a little bit, not much, because you wasting TJ Watt if you drop him in coverage. He'll hellraiser. So I want him kicking in the door. Like he does his sack celebration. I want him kicking in the door.
When you think about it, listen, we didn't even talk about Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack too.
Yeah.
Who should be in the conversation? Bosa, 49ers, for the 49ers, Bosa.
Yeah. Nick. Joey plays for the Chargers. Nick plays for the 49ers.
They all look the same, man. They all look the same.
Hunter in Minnesota.
Ooh, he was leading the league for quite a bit, maybe about 10, 11, 12 weeks in a row. And it tailed off a little bit. Trying to think who else.
I mean, Whatchamacallit has an outside chance to get 20. He'll tie his brother. He'll be the second man in NFL history to have 20 sack seasons. Wait, his brother, JJ had 2 seasons in which he had at least 20 sacks. Nobody else has been able to do that. We've had some guys that have 21 and a half. Strahan had 22 and a half.
What's the record? The record 23, right?
22 and a half by TJ and Strahan.
That's live, man. You know how many sacks that is? I don't think people even know how difficult it is to get a goddamn sack, let alone to get 22 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They these guys have gotten really good. These guys know how to bend. I mean, everybody, it doesn't matter. Normally the bending was for smaller guys, Sam Backer, guys that, like a Derek Thomas, like a Von Miller. But if you look at Myles Garrett is 265 pounds, 270, and he can bend like a guy that's 230, 235.
Bend like he doing the motherfucking limbo. Yeah, he's nice with it.
TJ, look at TJ. Now, Michael is not he doesn't bend as much. Micah is a more swim or rip.
And you know what other people don't get to see? I call it the casual fan. I mean no disrespect. All they think of, they just see DN, they think about rushing and don't understand these fellas have a plethora of plethora of moves. They have a plethora of setups.
Yeah.
To get to get, man. Oh, dog, it's unbelievable to watch. It's almost like art form. But you don't get to see the hand-to-hand combat, because all you see is just a guy just bull rushing, not knowing he's actually setting them up.
Yeah.
And doing
bull is when you go basically take the guy right down the middle and walking back to the quarterback. Now, there have been only a handful of guys. The only guy that I know could do the forklift was a guy named Jumpy Gellers. Jumpy forklift, what he would do when the guy would try to pass block him, he would shoot his hands through there like a forklift, lift the lineman up, walking back, sack the quarterback. He's the only guy I've ever seen that. Lift him up off his feet. A 340-pound man, Jumpy can lift him up off his feet and take him back to the quarterback.
He must have been strong, huh?
He was. Remember, I told you, Jumpy from Charleston. Jumpy is only like one.
Like Larry Allen strong, like that?
Yeah. Oh, he lift Larry Allen up.
Shit.
Lift him up.
Larry Allen.
Lift him up. You see Reggie humped Larry. You see when they had the thing, the 30 for 30 on ESPN.
What happened? Well, he clubbed him.
Humped him.
Okay, yep. He must have caught him on his heels. He must have caught him on.
That's what Reggie does. But see, Reggie could also bend for a man that size. And Reggie had no gloves. Reggie just out there with his bare hand. Didn't matter how cold it was.
The tape on his finger.
On his wrist. Yeah, man.
That's dope.
So, and the guys could wipe, they bend the edge, turn, whoop, right there to the quarterback.
Oh man. What?
The guy set you up with the rib. So it's all a setup. They're looking at, okay, how deep does he get? Okay, how deep is the quarterback? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's where the quarterback is. Okay, his setup 1, 2. Okay, and so it's like a rhythm. Okay, he's here. Okay, this is where I need to get to. Okay, I need somebody. Hey, I need you to collapse the pocket and make him take one step back, or take it so he can't drive. He can't step up, because now I can bend and get around the edge. So it's a dance. I mean, like you said, people think, oh, he got a sack. But do you know why he got that sack?
So much.
Do you know how he got that sack?
Comes into play. And I always wondered, from like playing the mind game and thinking about it, as a DN, obviously I don't play DN, but I would count the kick. And when he anchors down, I mean, I'm just saying in my mind, if I know when the ball snapped, he kick, and then knowing when to make my move, or when to apply pressure, when to punch, when to swim, when to dip and rip.
Yeah.
Man, it's so many things that come into play. I'm just taking it as if I was playing receiver and just implementing the same thing as if I was playing D.
But the hardest part is, Ocho, is that you don't know where the quarterback is. You know where you think he should be. But how many times have we seen the offensive line, the tackles push the guy up the field only to have the quarterback run right into him?
Yeah.
He run right into him. Normally that happens with mobile quarterback because they think they're running away from something on the front side and they run themselves into trouble on the backside. If you look at the most mobile quarterbacks, from Randall Cunningham to Lamar Jackson to Cam Newton to Mike Vick to all those guys, those are your most sacked guys. Now, obviously, Tom ended up breaking that record because Tom played so long. You expect the guy to play 23 years to end up being the most sacked quarterback in NFL history. But when you look at a lot of the mobile quarterbacks that didn't play nearly as long, they're way up there in sacks because while they could get themselves out of harm's way, sometimes they thought they were getting themselves out of harm's way on the front of the backside, only to run themselves into trouble in the front of the backside. So, but it's going to be close because I don't think anybody, it's not like TJ, when he had 22 and a half sacks, it was easy. Or when you had Aaron Donald have 20 sacks, it's easy.
At D tackle, do you know how difficult that is? A D tackle having 20 sacks. Think about that. 90% of the time, Aaron Donald was double teamed. Hey, my bad, 87% of the time. What's the difference? 20 sacks as a D tackle. That's insane and unheard of.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. And to see, and the thing is what was so impressive, because like when I watched JJ Watt, JJ was kind of simple, right? JJ just had to rip. But he was so quick with his first step, and he was playing the 5, wearing them guards out. You wear them guards out. Same thing with Bruce. Bruce was a 5 technique, got over 200 sacks.
Hey,
I don't know if maybe now with that extra game,
big,
if you can play. Yeah,
be able to move like that, man.
For sure.
That's a big boy, man.
But it's going to be very interesting. I'm anxious to see like the MVP, because it's not like, like Patrick Mahomes. When Patrick Mahomes had 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns, who else you going to give it to, Ocho? When you look at him last year, he had 5,000 yards and like he led the league in passing yards, led the league in passing touchdowns, led the league in QBR, and they had the best record. Well, it's easy.
Yeah.
Now I think because now you got Christian McCaffrey doing what he's doing, rushing and receiving, and look at their record. You get a Brock Purdy doing what he's doing. He's number 1 in QBR, number 2 in completion percentage. If he's averaging like 10 yards, it'll be the highest yards per completion since 1957. You got to go back to Otto Graham and Norm and Van Brocklin.
But what happens?
So 53,
even what Purdy's done this season. I'm not saying I'm not Cleo. I can't predict the future. What happens if the Ravens defense has the formula to stop that juggernaut of an offense tomorrow? What happens if the Ravens beat the 49ers? It should be hands down that the MVP is going to Lamar Jackson on what he's been able to do. What you say?
So you feel that same? You feel that same way if Purdy and them beat the Ravens?
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Who else you gonna give it to? Who else you gonna give it to at that point? The only person.
Dak say, I got something to say about it with Miami.
You're right. You know what? I'm moving too fast. I'm moving too fast. I'm moving too fast. You know what's funny? Have the Cowboys beat anybody over 500 this season?
The Eagles,
they did beat the Eagles
2 weeks ago.
Okay, have the Dolphins beat anybody over 500 this season?
No. Well, right now what are the Broncos? Broncos are 500. So theoretically, they're not over 500. They're not under, but they're not over.
Okay.
So we'll see once the season's over, do they get above 500? But no, and that's been the knock, and that's why this game is so important. And we're going to learn a lot about the Dolphins and the Cowboys, because we need to see them. We see the Cowboys struggle on the road. We see the Dolphins struggle when they step up in competition, be it home or the road. So it's gonna be very, very interesting. Can the Dolphins run the football? to keep that undersized defense from just pinning their ears back and coming to get Tua. Because Tua, for a Tua, for a guy that's small, he's not that mobile.
You don't think he's mobile? I mean, he's not Lamar Jackson mobile, but he has very good pocket awareness, though.
No, I mean, he can move side to side, but the escapability.
Right. Okay, I see what you mean.
Because you got to think, you got to think like, okay, Peyton Manning, Peyton, and
Tom ain't moving nowhere.
Yeah, they're not going nowhere. Matthew Stafford, them guys not going nowhere. They're old school pocket passers. But you think of somebody smallish, you're like, oh man, like a Kyle. I'm thinking, man, you ain't finna get Kyle on the ground. How you gonna get Kyle on the ground because he moved? You look at a Michael Vick. You thinking the smaller the guy is, the more elusive he's going to be. That's
Tua is not even built like that. But for what he lacks, this is the thing about it. For what he lacks in escapability with his lower extremities, he makes up for in his accuracy. Tua accurate than the motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. Oh, I was finna curse again. I don't care what people say about him not having arm strength or arm talent. He is accurate and throws a catchable ball every time.
Yeah, he throw here. When you don't have the arm, when you don't have, say, a Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes level arm, you have to throw with great anticipation. So your anticipatory skills are Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
You have to be able to anticipate, because in the NFL, guys don't get open. You throw them open. Yeah. Because that stuff that you do in college, he open, no, I'm gonna throw it now. No, it ain't the NFL. That's either pick or knockdown.
You got to be special. You got to be a special one to be able to be open.
Exactly. Tua has 0 rushing touchdowns this season, and he has 55 yards rushing. He has 55 yards rushing. But it's gonna be interesting to see how the Cowboys attacking. Because if Tyreek plays, and I understand that Bland is
play.
No, okay. But I understand that Deron Bland is having an unbelievable season, and Gilly is playing well. But are you really trying to man them up on Waddle and Reed?
Who up?
I'm just saying. They play a heavy. They're one of the most heavy teams that play the most.
And they're not going to change. They're not going to change. Because the Dolphins can come into that game to establish the run the same way the 49ers did, the same way the Bills did, the same way the Arizona Cardinals did. They established the run to open up the pass. They are.
Right.
They are. That's the exact same thing. Because this is a copycat league. Okay, when you watch film, what worked on the Dallas Cowboys on the game that they lost? Everybody ran the ball. Goddamn James Cook had might have been a career day.
Yeah, 170 something yards rushing.
What you think the Dolphins going to come in here and do? Okay, bet.
Because you got Mostert and did you know this, Ocho? I just saw this stat that Mostert had 19 rush touchdowns in his first 8 years.
20. He
got 20 rush touchdowns. He got 20 touchdowns.
It's amazing what a change of scenery could do. Which is why I say it's important where you go when you're drafted. It's important going to a team that's going to utilize you to your full potential, and not allow you to go to waste. What does that say? You come to the Dolphins, all of a sudden, you got 20 touchdowns in the season. What happened if you could have had this production continuously when you first got in the NFL?
Well, his problem was he couldn't stay healthy. Remember, he was the running back in San Francisco when they went to the Super Bowl. Him and Jimmy G. Jimmy G. Yeah. So his problem is that with Ocho, when you possess that kind of speed, you got small joints. You can't have no block ankle and be able to and have that dorsiflexion to be able to pick him up and put him down. So he got dinged a lot. So he's missing time. For this year, to his credit, he's been able to stay healthy. So on the field, he's getting opportunity, just like A-Chain. He can fly, boy. But you see, he stays dinged.
He can fly.
You see,
he a little small in stature now. He a little small in stature, and they got him running between them damn tackles.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, when you grow up in high school, you got that kind of speed. All they gonna do is talk to you,
get outside.
Not NFL. Because everybody can run. Yeah, you got to come downhill. Hey, even C-Mac, Christian McCaffrey runs more between the tackles than you think. But I knew he could do it because I watched
the Panthers.
Because Stanford has the most pro when he was at Stanford.
Yeah.
If you look, that's a pro style offense. And so I saw him run between the tackles, so I didn't think it was going to be a problem.
But that's the thing, you know what?
But he's used properly now, as opposed to
he was the workhorse with the Panthers. He was too much of the workhorse, and they ran the goddamn horse into the goddamn ground, which is why he stayed hurt and nicked up. But the balance that they have and the usage that they have over for him over there with the 49ers, because you got so much around you, you ain't got to take the whole load. You ain't got to take the whole load.
It would be interesting. You know what I would like to know, Ocho? How much does he practice during the course of the week? Because everybody doesn't understand these guys like a Kyle Shanahan. It was like, hey, TD probably got Wednesday off, did a little bit of 9 on 7. Because we had to say, hey, nah, bro, you getting 23, 25 carries,
especially the running back. And he's small. He's a smaller running back at that. So you want him to get in the days off, give you Wednesday off, Thursday do something, Friday
do a little something,
pick it up a little bit, just so you in tune with the rhythm of the game.
Right.
And got the plays down on Fridays, and you be ready to go Sunday.
Yep. That's how you work it. Ocho, today is the Immaculate Reception. Happened 51 years ago today. What's your favorite sports iconic moment?
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. Chat. Y'all stay with me, chat. Y'all stay with me, because y'all might not know this, but if you don't know this, I need you to use YouTube and Google once the show is over. Ronaldinho. My guy, Ronaldinho got a standing ovation when they played against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, 2005, 2006. He scored 2 goals. You don't understand how big that is. Let me give you for context for those of you in the chat. That's like,
was it a bicycle kick?
No. He just scored 2 goals. That day, his performance was so good. They playing away now. He was playing for Barcelona. They playing Real Madrid at home. So for context, let me give this to you. We playing the Steelers. Let's say today, for instance, I go out there and have a day like George Pickens, 4 for 195, and just say 2 TDs. And when the game is over, the entire Steelers fans, the entire stadium stands up and clap for me as I walk out the stadium, or as I come off the or get subbed in or something. Do you hear how crazy that sounds? Man, one of the greatest moments for me, being that I love soccer so much. There's so many different others, but to me, that's one of the greatest moments ever, is seeing Ronaldinho get a standing ovation from the away crowd at Real Madrid for his performance in that game. El Clasico, for those that don't know. What about you?
I'm trying to
Immaculate Reception was cool. But that goddamn standing ovation, man, in a way, you don't understand how passionate soccer fans are. There's a true hatred and disdain for the opponent.
But normally, I think when people think iconic moments, someone on the field did something that you'll never forget, like the Immaculate Reception. You got Kirk Gibson hobble to the plate, and you get the call, or you get Malcolm Butler.
Oh yeah, they understand. No.
Doing what he did in the Super Bowl.
Moment like that.
Or you get David Tyree, or you get Ray Allen's shot where he's backing up.
That's up there with that, Unc. That's up there with that. That's if anybody in the chat is a soccer fan, a true soccer fan, please explain to Unc that is an iconic moment that is up there with some of the best, including that of the Immaculate Reception. I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Ocho, but you're saying, look how many people watch soccer. I mean, that's the difference, because it's a global sport. Right. So, I mean, you're gonna have 100, 120, 110 to somewhere 120, 125 million. But the World Cup, you got 1 billion people watching. Yeah. So even if you don't, even if you want to say the World Cup, where you had Messi and you had what's the guy from France? Mbappe.
I was at that game. It was crazy. Oh, the atmosphere was crazy.
I mean,
what about you? Who you got? I know yours is going to be a Jordan. I guarantee you, against Utah.
The walk off, or you could say the moment where he going against the Lakers and he's gonna dunk it,
and he switch hands.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah, man.
That was
nice. This tough.
It's so many moments though.
Yeah, I remember the Miracle on Ice.
Oh, USA against was that Russia, right?
Yeah.
Was it Russia? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was against Russia. Man, I would probably go Ray Allen shot. Game 6, NBA Finals.
In the corner 3.
LeBron,
when the goddamn Heat fans was walking out the arena.
Walking out, they had already walked out. Because remember, they had already started to rope the court off. They was bringing the champagne out for the Spurs to celebrate because they had just fouled. I mean, they had fouled. And what happened was Manu made one, made one, missed one, and Kawhi made one, missed one. So it left it as a 3-point ball game. And they ended up taking Tim Duncan out of the ball game. So that's why Chris Bosh was able to grab the rebound. And through all that, to be able to hear Ray saying CB, and Ray gets the ball backpedaling, doesn't look down, lets it go. If he misses it, it's over. If he misses the shot, it's over. Because you're down 3, there's not enough time to do anything. Else.
You saw how fast you saw his release, how fast he released the ball.
Man. I mean, it's been, I mean, maybe Buster Douglas knocking out Mike Tyson in Japan.
That's an iconic moment. That changed the direction of Tyson's career, which was still great.
Yeah. I mean, Malcolm Butler to make that play, to see it, because we've seen guys like, get a great jump on the ball, and what they do, they drop it. He's like, and you know they do it. Ocho, you better do this right here. I was this close.
You know the funny thing about it on that Malcolm Butler play? Talk about being able to recognize the route recognition on the switch release, and most of the time the receiver always gets there first. 9 times out of 10, and just this one time,
got to beat him to the punch.
How you knew it was coming, and you beat the receiver to the punch?
Ocho, they should have checked out of it, because here's the thing: once Browner, once he pressed the inside, you're done. He has to be off so he can rub to make him go over. See, the problem was Browner jammed it, so now Malcolm Butler can come right now. There's nothing. There's no interference. There's no obstacles.
That's why he was able to get there so goddamn fast. Okay.
So no, because the thing is, somebody got to press, somebody's got to play off. So Brandon Browner says, "I'm pressing." Malcolm Butler's off. So now he stymies him. Malcolm Butler goes because he knows what's coming
right away.
Yes, and see, there's really nothing to hold him, because if I'm not mistaken, they motion Marshawn the other way. So you know it's not a run, because there's no back in the backfield. See, all of that, okay, no back, no threat of run, boom. We haven't seen them run the quarterback draw. I'm not worried about it, because even if they run the quarterback draw, that's not my responsibility. I got one responsibility: beat the receiver to the point. Now check this out. Guess what happens if they run a fade?
No, what if he went in and came back out?
Speed out. Yep. Kind of like you see Kansas City did that last year with 2 routes. Whip routes. Kadarius Toney started
and came back out.
Go. Sky Moore did it to the other side.
That would have been nasty.
Got him. But you know what?
Why you don't hand it off to beast mode in that situation? I think they wanted Russell Wilson to be the hero.
It seems like that, because here's the thing, Ocho. I'm telling you, jump this. You see this formation. What if they run the fade? If they run a speed out? If they run a whip route? That's on me. If they catch this ball, that's on you. Anything other than that, I'm going to take it. I'm going to say what we studied on tape. When we see this alignment, we saw this. This is what they did 100% of the time. If they do something else out of this formation, I'm going to go up there to the podium and say, that's on me. The way we coached them to do, we coached them to do that. And you got to live with it. You got to live with it, Ocho. You got to live with it.
I got one more. I'm
Go ahead.
asking. I want to know what the chat thinks as well. The people that are listening and watching. Can we put Odell's catch with the Giants, the one-hander that I think eclipses him and makes him somewhat of an icon in today's game? Can that be
Well,
an
what happened? It
iconic
put him on the
moment
map.
or no?
It put him on the map. But what was so special? You know they got crushed that game. They got beat
Wait,
by
they
like
lost to the
25
Cowboys
points.
that game?
They got the brakes beat off them.
You know what? The fact that I don't
And
even remember
Ocho.
them losing that game because the catch had become
Yeah.
really the headlines, even though they lost.
Yeah. Yeah. The catch. Because Collingwood said it's the greatest catch he had ever seen.
So that is an iconic moment to you then as well, no? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
for sure. David Tyree's catch with his helmet.
That was a good one.
A guy that's a special teamer. He got his Rodney Harrison, one of the better safeties of his
get
era,
that ball out.
is pulling. He couldn't get it out. And they showed the clips. He couldn't catch anything that week. That Friday at practice, the ball beat him up. I mean, woo.
And then he makes the most difficult catch of all
in the history and saved him. He saved him. And now we know Coach Belichick in a situation like that, bomb blitz.
Yeah.
So now, okay, all you got to do, Eli, do not throw this ball out of bounds. He's one-on-one. Guys play it off. I lean him inside because I know I got to protect the inside because I don't want to get. And no, he hit Plex.
That's all she
ball
wrote.
game. That's all she wrote. But that was a tremendous. But they've been so many. Roger Maris.
Oh my God!
And 60 when he hit the home run in the bottom of the ninth to beat the Yankees.
Yo, I'm tripping. Unc, we both played football. One of the greatest comebacks of all time. Patriots Falcons 28-3. We thinking the game is over.
But see, for a moment, it's got to be one play. It's got to be one thing. It can't be the game.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been some. It's been some.
It's too many.
The Statue of Liberty play when Boise State beat Oklahoma
with the behind the back
in the Fiesta Bowl.
The back thing. Yeah, that was slick. I remember that. That was real slick.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I didn't know what the damn ball was.
Yeah, that was. Joesph Parker stuns Deontay Wilder with a unanimous decision. Wilder suffered only his third defeat of his professional career, as Joesph Parker earned a unanimous decision victory in the world heavyweight fight in Saudi Arabia. Devin Bell asked Ocho, "Who are your top 5 boxers today? Keep doing your thing."
That's a good question. Listen, again, for me, preference. Bud.
Bud number 1 pound for pound. Bud.
Jerron Ennis. I don't know if you watch Boots. Yeah, Boots. Man. Listen, that's my dog. Boots. I'm not thinking about belts and all that stuff. I ain't thinking about all that, man. I'm talking about that I like styles. For me, I'm flashy. So I like those type of fighters. Shakur, Devin Haney, Tank, Caleb Plant. You notice, you look at the styles of fighters I'm naming. I'm not, people in the chat that also watch boxing, I'm not talking about belts and accolades and all that. I'm talking about the types of fighters
you don't like. Canelo?
Canelo's cool, but he's technically sound, ring IQ. He's really good defensively, but it's not. I need a little bit more flash to it. No disrespect to him and what he's been able to accomplish, but those I named, them is like, and you know what else I learned about boxing too? You see how I love everybody when it comes to football. You see how I never talk about anybody. For some reason, I have a feeling if you have a fighter that you like, you have to only like that fighter, and you really can't like the rest of them. Like, you have to feel exactly the way that fighter feels about every other boxer. And that just don't work with me. I love all them motherfuckers, and I have an appreciation for the sweet science and what they do in the ring. And for some reason, I think I'm not supposed to feel like that, which is really weird because I think in the boxing world, it's a little different. You have to be a fan of this fighter, And if you like them, you can't like nobody else. I get that, like this weird feeling a little bit, and I don't like that. Like I like
Well,
Boots,
I think the thing is
I
that
like Bud, I like Tank, I like Shakur, I like Caleb Plant, I like the flashy, flamboyant type fighters, that get in and get out. Devin Haney, I like that. And you don't want to know, you know what else about all those people I just named? I beat their ass.
I think the thing is, Ocho, is that because you named so many fighters in the same weight class, like if you said, okay, I like this heavyweight fighter, I like him at the heavyweight, I like him at the super middleweight, I like him at the light heavy, I like him at the welter, I like him at the junior. It's kind of like in the 80s. I mean, when the Four Horsemen, when you had Sugar Ray, Duran, Hagler and Hearns. Okay, if you like Hagler was your guy. If you like Hearns was your guy. Man. If you like Duran,
that's not
Duran was your guy.
Man.
If you like Sugar Ray, and then you had the fifth guy kind of on the outside was Iran Barkley. That's Saquon's uncle.
So you understand that I think it's somewhat like an unwritten rule. Like if that's your guy, you stick to that guy and you can't switch sides. Like I don't like that. Like I hope the boxers out there, I hope they see this. I like all y'all. I'm gonna support all y'all. And if y'all want smoke, we can spar. We can spar if y'all want to go.
Man.
Like, dude, you got
they hit you in your rib to make you
man.
I
whoop all. Man, them boy not to play with me, man. Man, I'm at the city,
Ocho.
man. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care about no belts. I don't care about no pound for pound.
Ocho, you got started too late. Ocho, you got started too late.
Man, I've been fighting since 1972. What did you talk about? Got started too late. I've been using these.
No,
I've been using these.
Fighting in Liberty City.
I've been using these, man. I've been a warrior, B. What you talk about, son? Stop playing with my top, B. Hey, all jokes aside, for real. All jokes aside, I love them dudes. I love them dudes because of their style of fighting. Oh, that shit is entertaining.
Remain private. Ask who you like, Ocho. Tank versus Devin Haney at 140. Now,
that's a good one, boy.
Ain't no good. That's what he asked you. He didn't say it was a good fight.
All right, let me talk about the logistics of the fight. That's a big fight.
The logistics is gonna be in Vegas.
It's gonna be in Vegas. Matter of fact, that could be $100 million purse because he ain't got to go to Vegas. We could take it to Saudi Arabia, huh?
It ain't gonna be. It's something about fights that happen in Vegas. All the biggest.
Listen to me now. We could take it to Saudi Arabia for $100 million purse if you really want to talk. But anyway, listen. Tank versus Haney. They don't need to do it now. They need to continue to let the hype continue to build. It will be a great fight. How it's going to go, I'm not sure. What is Devin going to do? He's going to keep him at length. But we know Tank. We've all watched Tank fight. He'll take one or two just to get up in there, and he'll let go. But Devin ain't sitting still. He getting in and getting out. He's defensively sound. Great footwork, as does Tank. I mean, it's a chess match between two great chess players. And when that fight does happen, I can't wait. And then again, I like both of them. Who do I root for? But I like both of them. That's why I don't like that. If you like this fighter, you can't like no. Nah, man. I'm rooting for Bud. I'm rooting for Tank. I'm rooting for Caleb. I'm rooting for Boots. Hey, boy, Boots. Man, let me take my glasses off, right? Boots.
Bud will make him put him right back on.
Listen.
Bud will make him put him right back on. Stop playing with
it. Listen, you trying to start something. I ain't trying to start nothing. Hey, Boots and Errol. I mean, not Errol. Boots and goddamn Bud. They toolbox. I'm saying they toolbox. You know how you got tools when it's time to go to work?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, them boy got a toolbox, boy. A toolbox, boy. I beat their ass, but they got a toolbox. I respect the boys. I know they're gonna see this, and if they want to fight, they know where to find me. I'm in Philly. Every Monday, and I come to Nebraska.
Choose one, Ocho. You got to choose one. You want Boots Enos or you want Bud? You want Tank or you want Haney?
Don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
That's what we do.
I just explained to you. I love these boys. And now you're telling me to pick one.
So let me ask you a question.
Let me
ask you a question. How the hell I get you on ESPN? They ask you to pick the Cowboys and the Bills, and you say I like both of them. That's
not the problem. You know what the problem is? The problem is you can't handle the truth.
You
can't handle the truth.
It's not about you like
the truth
both of them.
is.
Do you understand what your job is? Do you understand your job?
My job. Let me tell you what my job is. I know my job and I know my purpose. My purpose is to enjoy the sweet science and to appreciate what. But let me finish.
You're not a fan. You're an analyst.
Can I finish? Can I finish? Let me finish.
Yes.
My job is to appreciate the sweet science as someone who does it part-time as a hobby and has submerged himself in it. If I tell you I like 2 fighters, or I like 4, I like 5, don't ask me who I like between 2 of them that I enjoy watching. Is that a problem? That shouldn't be a problem.
Yes, you are an analyst. You can like 2 things and have to pick one. You can like ice cream, you can like hamburgers, and pick one.
Why can't I eat the hamburger and the ice cream? Why can't I have the hamburger and the ice cream?
Chad, you understand why now? Chad, do you understand why now?
Why now what?
You understand, Chad. What is the chat saying?
What? The chat on
the chat says they understand why Shannon won't bring you on First Take. Because you have to pick one or the other.
You know what? I don't want to go on First Take no more. I don't want to go. I ain't changing for nobody. I ain't even follow the NFL rules, and I ain't changing that. So
yes, you did. Yes, you did.
That's fine.
You did. Yes, you did.
I ain't going.
Let me ask you a question.
I like Bud and I like boots.
If you didn't follow NFL rules, why did you wear home jersey away? Why did you wear away jerseys at home? If you didn't follow the rules,
they wouldn't give me. Stop playing. You know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking about. I ain't following no rules.
Yes, you did.
They took all my little change.
Let me ask you a question. If you ain't follow the rule, why you ain't line up offside?
Oh, I ain't never did that.
Why did you get a running start like Canada? You know, in Canada, you can get a most. You get a Ocho. Hey. Here's the thing, Ocho. Ocho. I'm just telling you what this.
I don't care about the chat.
Ocho.
I don't care about the chat.
Ocho, but you should care. This is how we make. Lord have mercy.
Hey, you think I've been one way, right? Listen to me. I've been one way always. I've always been one way. You want to know why we are where we at? Because I'm remaining my true, authentic self, and you trying to get me to change, and I'm never going to change. That's why this is going to work. I'm never changing, so stop asking me. I like Bud, and I like boots, and it's going to stay like that. I don't care what the fuck a chat states.
Simone Biles' husband, old tweets resurfaced. Jonathan Owens, who didn't know anything about Simone Biles, in 2012 said, damn, Gabby is good, which means he knows something about gymnastics. Gabby with the goal. Gabby just need to get her bottom teeth fixed, and then her smile would be cool. Why is there an Asian coach coaching the U.S. girls? So let me get this straight. You know who Gabby Douglas is, and outside of Mary Lou Retton, the only American gymnast that can rival Simone Biles is Mary Lou Retton. Not Gabby Douglas, not Nastia Lukens, not any of them. Not any of them. Not Dominique Moceanu, not Dominique Dawes, not what's the little one? Carrie Strug. None of them can command the presence other than Mary Lou, who won the Olympics on American soil in 1984, and she was on everything. I'm old enough to remember. That was probably a little bit before your time, Ocho.
I know you're talking about, though. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes. Simone and Mary Lou are the most popular American gymnasts. Now you talking about Gabby Douglas and they nicknamed her the Flying Squirrel. I know all the things they said about her hair. She need to get her hair straightened and she need to do this, and I get all that. I remember it. But you know who Gabby Douglas is. But you mean to tell me you didn't have no idea who Simone Biles was, bro?
Well, maybe he didn't. What if he is? I'm just saying. Does he actually watch gymnastics? Probably not. Maybe he saw some on TV. Maybe he saw. Maybe he saw an interview and just tweeted it out.
How does it? If he's not watching it? If he's not watching, how does he know Gabby? How did he know Gabby Douglas was good? How did he know she won the gold? If he's not watching,
I don't know.
It's not a rhetorical question.
Yeah, that's funny. One thing about Twitter is they will pull up them receipts, boy. So you got to watch what you're saying. If you said something in the past, you gotta stay in line and stay in tune with what you said, because as soon as you flip the script, they're gonna hit you back. But is this you?
Well, what you got to do is stop lying. If you stop trying to make yourself more than what you are, Ocho, I'm what I am. It's the same thing. Look at Serena Williams' husband. That guy's a billionaire. Alex Oron, I think that's his name. Isn't that it? How do you pronounce his last name? Ohani? Okay. Reddit. Billionaire. Right. That's Serena's husband. He's worth $1 billion. Serena's more famous than he is, even though she doesn't have the money. So you thought you was the catch. And here's the thing. And even if you were the catch, why would you say that to your wife?
What if they were just playing? Huh? What if they were just playing? What if that's the way they joss around and play around?
Let me ask you a question. Rail know how you play right.
Yeah, that's me. My personality. Play.
And you know how Rail play. But I'm saying, look, there's certain things because now you making it seem like she was thirsty. Or I know who she was. I see you going with it. I see you going with it.
You know what? That's funny. You think people are maybe overreacting a little bit if they play like that, and it's okay in understanding the delivery and what he's trying to say, and everybody else is taking it wrong? You think are we overreacting on our end when they think about it differently, or no?
I think the thing is that she was a really good sport, because I think she knows how it's going to come off. I don't think he understood, and that's the thing. You have to understand. And look, I'm happy for them. I'm happy for her. I'm happy for him. She had this at the last Olympics. She was dealing with some things, and I hope she can bounce back. She's as good as gymnast as I've ever seen, and I go back to a long ways watching the Russians and the Chinese and the Romanians. The Bulgarians before the Soviet bloc. I mean, Russia had everything because they had this big ass country, and you understood why they was winning all these damn medals, because they had all these countries rolled up into one. But it's just, like I said, hey, like you said, Ocho, that's their house. Maybe they play like that. I don't think, and it doesn't matter. You know what? It doesn't matter what we think, but I'm always mindful. And even if I play a certain way, when I'm in public, I don't play like that.
Okay. I think that's the funny thing about it. When you bring your relationship and your dynamic on how you guys operate, on how you guys are playful, then it opens up Pandora's box based on how you guys operate, and everybody else on the outside really doesn't understand that. And so I think that's where we are right now. Maybe they understand it. Maybe they play like that. Maybe they operate in that manner, but then it's viewed publicly a different way because we dive deep into it based on the context we had to go off of, based on the dialogue and what you said.
I give you an example. You and I in the locker room, we're in the barbershop, we the boys. I tell that story. Man, she was out hustling the hell out your boy. I know she wanted your boy because she blowing my box up. Hey, you thought I had a page the way that thing was going on my DM.
Right.
I like, dang, okay, you want your boy like that? That's a story I tell. That's for us. That's never going to leave. I'm never going to put that in the air. But like I said, that's their relationship. I wish them the best going forward. I'm happy for her. I wanted to go to Paris and get that gold medal this year and bring that thing home. I'm sure he's happy for her. Hopefully, I don't know because I think it starts like July 26th, and I think it goes to like August 14th, 15th. It's about 3 weeks. I don't know. He probably going to have to watch that thing from television. I don't know if the Packers are going to give him that kind of time off because that's such a long way to go and to get back. Maybe if it was in LA, because that's where it's going to be in 26. No, 28. That's where it's going to be in 28 here in LA. Even going to be more crowded. I can't even imagine getting on the 405 or the 10 or the 110. But okay. But I hopefully, congratulations. I hope you have a long, prosperous, healthy marriage, and I wish you nothing but the best. So take off. He said, Zach N says, I've been married for 10 years. Trust me. This has planted seeds. It will take work. It will take work to uproot. Love y'all both. Ocho, there was they asked him, they said, list of professional people you wouldn't date. List of professional people you wouldn't date. The list, number one, OnlyFans.
Hey, that's not fair. I used to do OnlyFans. But go ahead.
Hey, military men.
Hey, why military men and women get such a bad rap, man? Can you explain that to me? It's a running joke on Twitter.
I think the thing is because one thing about a military man. He's gonna be structured. It's all about time. They love punctuality. Yeah, but I
ain't talking about that part. I ain't talking about that kind of running joke.
What? Yeah, but I'm just saying
they make time for others. Yeah, they got structure for other people.
Well, here's the thing, though, Ocho. You got to realize, as a military man, I'm only in an area a certain amount of time. I might be in San Diego. I might be in Norfolk. I might be in over here. I might be over there. Okay. I might be in Guam. I might be in Puerto Rico. I might be in Japan.
So,
I mean, all I know during the Vietnam War, there were a lot more black children that came back than when it was when we went over before we got over there. I'm just saying. And so you go to Puerto Rico and you go to Guam.
We on the same page.
So I think that might have
on the same page. Okay.
I think that might have something to do with it. And then they had IG administrator, a lawyer, a pilot, firefighter, police, psychologist, gynecologist.
Gynecologist? What's wrong with the gynecologist?
What I want to know.
Well, you know what? I think
a football player. They got football player on there.
I don't know why we on there. Ain't no reason we should be on there. The devil is a lie.
Yeah. And guess that was top 10. Number 11, a prostitute.
Whoa. Time out.
How you date a prostitute? I'm trying to figure that out.
I have a question. Do me a favor. Do me a favor real quick. While we on the word prostitute, right? Okay, I'm going to stop right there.
Yeah.
Real quick, read my bio. Read my bio to me real quick for the chat. My bio on Twitter. Read it for me. Just to give you a better context. I hate the word prostitute. I hate it to death. But read my bio on Twitter real quick for the chat.
Okay.
Chat, listen real close. Listen real close. With an open mind.
Send me his link.
And I want you to tell me what you think about this when you think about it, when you read it. Chat, tell me what you think now. With an open mind. You found it?
Are you verified?
Yeah, put Chad Johnson. Don't put Ochocinco.
I put Chad Johnson because I saw a girl that had your name, and she blue check mark. I said, well, how the hell she get Ocho?
No, I think that's me because my avatar is a Columbo, a black Columbo.
Nah. Huh? Okay, hold on. Okay, so McDonald's.
Now you got to read it to the chat so they can hear you.
Hold on. McDonald's is cheaper than therapy. Never forget you're paying for sex indirectly, but word relationship changes the narrative. Is that
that's
what we're going for?
Now. Listen to it again.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I like to. I like to think I can. I like to think I can read. Rail just donated $50. Said all men I deployed with who were married cheated.
Who said that?
Rail said she was in the military. Was Rail in the military?
Rail a trooper, boy, and she know how to work that fire. Yeah, she could shoot. We done been to the gun range. I lost twice. Wait. She donated how much?
$50.
What we gonna do with that?
We're gonna spin it.
Hey,
influencer is number 12, a politician, truck driver, a teacher, a model, a carpenter. And this is what I didn't know was a occupation or a profession. A Florida man. I like, how the hell is that a profession? A Florida man.
Who added that on there?
It's the 18th.
Hey, that's funny. But listen,
But y'all knew y'all Florida be on
no, we
bullseye.
don't. No, we don't.
If you go in the course
Right.
of a day, if you look at the 10 most outrageous, ridiculous stories, 6 of them from Florida.
You know what's just funny? If you look at all the occupations, here, that really takes away any and everybody out of the dating game. You can't date no goddamn body based on this list.
You're right.
That's ridiculous. I think for some of the people on this list, it takes a very strong person to date an OnlyFans model, a very secure man, whether it be woman or man, either way. I hate the
Hey, I don't know here, but I'm an OnlyFans now. That's what I be saying. She might have had a button, but I be
look, they got teachers. What's wrong with teachers? Models, a carpenter. What's wrong with a carpenter? You know what it's like to have a man that lives in the house that can do handiwork. Shit, that's a plus.
I could do handiwork, but not the kind you thinking. You know what I'm saying, Ocho?
I know what you're talking about.
I do handiwork. I'm good with my hands.
Hey, what is?
Yeah, I mean, look, come on, bro. They just putting stuff up here. Look, I understand that an occupation like a police officer that puts his life or her life on the line. You kiss them. You're right. You kiss them. You know, they leave and you don't know. You just pray and hope. A firefighter, you run in when other people are trying to run out. I get that. But man, come on, man. A truck driver, that's a hard working man.
Hey, they always on the road now. I done heard about the truck drivers in the glory hole on the roads now. I done heard the stories.
Yeah.
So we know how that works. What this is the list of professions.
So I'm trying to figure out what y'all want to date.
Right.
Next time y'all need to come
up
with a list
of people that you can
what
date.
y'all would date. Cause y'all got all this up here. Y'all ain't dating nobody.
Boy, this crazy. No, that's crazy. That's really goddamn everybody.
Prostitute. I'm just trying to figure. Oh, I ain't gonna date no prostitute. She ain't gonna date you. She ain't gonna let you mess up her hustle. What you talking about, bro?
What is the definition of prostitution? Getting money in exchange for what?
Sex.
What was the last sentence of my goddamn tweet in my bio?
Well, you said you say they pay money, but y'all call it relationship. So
what's the difference? Listen to it. Look, McDonald's is cheaper than therapy. Never forget, you're paying for sex indirectly, but the word relationship changes the narrative.
Well, some of them charging too much. Then they need to cut the price. I just saying they need to cut the price.
You see how words move the goalpost depending on the word you use. And it just it makes no sense. I could be wrong, or I might be overthinking. I don't know.
Psychologist. I'm just trying to, like I said, I
psychologists and therapists. That's under the same umbrella, or no?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's rough. It's rough for everybody.
But you know what? It seems like a lot. I guess because if you look at the OnlyFans, that's men, military men, that's women, IG administrator, that could be either way, a lawyer. I mean, a woman don't want a lawyer. I thought they like, someone that's dressing up every day and going and arguing in front of court and winning these big settlements and all that, bring home that bread. I mean, if you're a man, you want somebody, I want someone educated. I want somebody yada, 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 So I'm just trying to figure that out. A police officer, we already got to the pilots. They're on the road also
a lot.
And I saw that Denzel movie.
Oh, Flight.
So
Flight was good, man.
Yeah,
that was a good movie.
Great. A football player. What wrong?
I don't know what they talk about. I don't even know. I don't know why that's in there. I don't even know why that's in there. Because football players are great men. They are good men. Good men. Good. Not only are they good men,
good in the community. Good in the community. Most of the players got foundations.
Boy, what you talking about?
I mean, think about how many Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Yeah.
And what they do in the community, raise hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars for their charity. A politician, okay, I'm a little politician because they lie.
Listen, you can't be a politician unless you lie. You got to be. You got to
Exactly.
be. The greatest politicians lie because you have to do one thing.
The best.
In order to get the vote, you have to promise us. You have to promise
stuff that you'll never
you
deliver.
have to promise the people things that will never ever happen, and you have to make us believe it. The greatest politicians are great at that, making empty promises that are never gonna come to life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree 1,000% with you, Ocho. You ain't finna. Tyrone Payne said, Ocho, you need a swear jar. $20 every time a curse word. Then you can donate that to a lucky fan after each month.
I ain't even curse.
Yep.
I ain't even curse.
Yeah,
when I've been controlling. I ain't even curse.
Don't worry about it. We finna keep a count on it. Chat, keep a count on it. That's y'all.
I didn't
good
curse
at
the whole show today. I ain't even curse.
Ocho, I'm gonna let them handle that. I got other stuff to do. I got to get us in and out of conversations. I got to read these topics. So I'm gonna let the chat handle that. Faith, who's one of our most trusted and loyal followers. Faith been here from the jump. Huh? She's a mod. Hi, Shannon. My amigo Ocho. Even when you go to McDonald's, you choose a side. I believe if you read The Art of War, you'll learn how to craft an argument without drawing blood from your brothers. You got this, Ocho.
Yeah. Art of War. I like that book. Actually, Art of War is sitting over here on my bookshelf over here.
Hey, you ain't read it.
What? That's Mr. Gladwell, ain't it?
That's Sun Tzu.
Nah, Art of War. That's Mr. Gladwell. Or am I tripping?
Hold up. Then Sun Tzu. You tripping.
Ain't Art of War, Mr. Gladwell? Hold on.
What the hell you talking about?
I can't.
It's one of the most quoted books. If you're a football player, if you do anything about competition,
I thought it was Malcolm Gladwell. I'm looking. I might be wrong.
No,
I don't want to get up.
I don't
want to get up, but okay.
No, you absolutely wrong. I don't know a whole lot of authors, but I know who that was by. I got that
Malcolm
book.
Gladwell, Robert Greene, and it's one more. I got a bunch of them over there, but okay, that's another. I like what she said.
Son.
Oh, The Art of War. No. I don't have that one. But you know who I'm talking. You know Malcolm Gladwell. You know what I'm talking about, right?
That's a great book.
I got to get that. Baby, for Christmas, give me The Art of War, please.
Hey, and just read it. So it's a long book, but it has some great. It's about fighting. It's about knowing when to fight, knowing when to retreat. It's about knowing how to do a lot of things. Get in and get out. That _1_ operator. Ocho and Unc, what's the most you have to spend on a date with a female? I'm in a different place now, Ocho. When I told a story in the beginning, I was a rookie. I ain't have bread like that. I got bread now.
When she tried to get that lobster?
Yeah. Hey, I was looking to be crack me a couple of legs like Hunter done it. That's what I'm gonna do. And see if all the king heart men can put them back together again. But that ain't got nothing to do with me. That was a long time ago. That's 30 plus years ago. I don't even behave in that manner. Nikki Grant, I think Nikki's been one of ours also, ain't she? She been here from the jump. Nikki, good people. Nikki, make sure we get your question. I asked this question to you guys, to every guy I know. So I'm going to ask y'all, what's the sexiest thing a woman can do for you?
Well, it depends on the guy, because every guy is different.
Everybody got different. But don't be buying look here. Don't buy no lingerie.
No.
I don't need that. Don't go to La Perla. Fredericks of Hollywood. That's nice. Vicky's Secret. Don't even go to a cousin Susan's Secret. I want you to come into that room, a t-shirt, and your naked ass. That's all I need.
Listen, for me, I am
all that stuff. That ain't gonna last but two. How long you think that stuff gonna stay on? Honestly, come on, chat. Y'all, I mean, women, and I ain't got no problem with that. I understand that you want to look good for your man. You want to feel sexy for your man. I get all that. The only thing I'm thinking, I'm in my head, I'm just counting. One, because I need to leave it on for at least 3 minutes so she feel good, so she ain't just wasting money. So I'm counting 3, 4. Ooh, damn. God. Yeah. Ooh, girl. 5, 6. God dang. Yeah, ooh, girl, you sure. Oh, you did it for your boy this time, baby. God almighty, no. Yeah, all I'm doing is counting. I'm just trying to make it to 3 minutes. Because in actuality, as soon as she walked in the room, I was tempted to tear it apart. Yeah, I'm just being real with it. Now, I don't know. Now, I'm just speaking for me. Now, some men might want their woman to have on a different outfit, black. I mean, hey, okay. But for me, honestly, hey, I just need, I do like some sexy underwear. Right. I'm talking about, look at Ocho. Right. Ocho. I ain't talking about the underwear. I got to put my hands in like the hitter, pull them down. I'm talking about the one I put my thumbs in to get them up off you. You got the one. Hold on. I can't. Hey, you got Ocho. You know the one. You got to hook your hand off. All 4 of these fingers to get it down. Try to get them up. No, I need the one. I get the thumb. Right. Slide right up out of it.
You know what? I'm pretty simple when it comes to that. I real really doesn't like this. I like when the hair is messy. I love when the hair is messy and all over the place. She doesn't like that. To me, that is sexy to me. When you have a bonnet on, it's weird. I don't know where it comes from, but I have a fascination for her when she has a bonnet on, she has her hair wrapped up. That is sexy to me. One thing I always ask, and I've ended relationships for this. Always have your feet and nails done. Always have your feet and nails done. I don't care about nothing else.
Ain't no excuse for a woman not to have.
I don't care about nothing else. I have my favorite colors, and real know this: OPI Funny Bunny, OPI Essie Blanc. Those are my colors. If you want to go cotton candy, I love that too. Because of your complexion, you know what look good as well? You know what? Dark colors, because it bounce well off the complexion based on what you're wearing. I can go into detail about this. I really love
you doing too much, Ocho. I ain't gonna lie. I get part. Hey, when you come in there and you dig it, and I see them quarters, I go blind. I don't even know if you got arms or not. I don't know if you got feet.
I don't play about that, boy. But listen, feet and nails. And just a tank top. That's it. I don't need all the underwear and like Fredericks and Victoria's. I ain't trying to hear. I ain't trying to hear all that, man.
I mean, look, at my age, Ocho, at my age, Ocho, I done seen all the crotchless, the onesies and all that stuff. And it's nice. Don't get me wrong. But Shay ready regardless. Right. You come in there with a straw hat. You come in there with some blue jeans. You come in there with some flip-flop. Oh, it's going down regardless. I don't need all.
Hey, what kind of hat?
A straw hat. Hey, you can have a toothpick in your mouth for all I care. Hey.
That's funny.
Hey, at that point in time, Ocho, your name could be Rosalie. I don't care about no name.
Nothing. It's time to go to work.
What it do, baby? What it do?
Boy, that's funny.
Look, and listen, Ocho, I don't want to come off like I'm ungrateful because I appreciate her trying to. Like, I want to make sure I want Shannon to know that I appreciate him, and I took my time to go pick this out. I think this is his favorite color. I think he's gonna really, really like this, and I am. Don't get me wrong.
That's why you got to know your man. You got to know who you're dealing with. That's very, very important. You got to know who you're dealing with, because what someone else will like, the person you with might not like it. What you did in your past relationship, the next person might not like it. I think they call it love languages. You got to know that individual love language. Oh my goodness, love languages. So you be on the same page. If you're on the same page, y'all get to turn each page together.
Yeah, but one time. Now you can do it one time, but that ain't no normal occurrence. That ain't every time. But that was Ocho. Every time we out of town, we go somewhere, or we go and you changing. I'm like, I'm on the clock. I can't be staying until no midnight, no 1 o'clock, waiting on you to freshen all. Hey, come on. You come up out the gym for all I care. I'm with it. I'm with it.
That's live. That's
So,
live.
so Nikki, I hope the sexiest thing a woman can do for me is say, "Come on, baby."
Yeah.
When she say, "Come on,
You know
baby,"
what
I'm
time
with
it
it.
is. Real, where you at, Real?
Like,
Send
yeah.
us some money. She sent us $50. Baby, send us 1,000 real quick. If you love me, if you really love me, baby, send us 1,000.
God damn.
Send us
Okay.
1,000.
Earl Caldwell said, "Ocho and Unc, how do y'all deal with failures and disappointment? I had a golden opportunity, everything laid out, and messed it up."
Well, I know what that feel like. You heard me? You heard me?
We've
I
all
know what that feel like, Unc.
yeah.
Well, you don't failure?
Yes. Go ahead.
Hold on. Failure and messing up? Shh, boy. Went right back to the drawing board. Right back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
I ain't hang my head. Went back to the drawing board. Put together a plan, a 6-month plan on what I want to do, and continue to chop and chop and chop and chop until I hit that goal. And I had to start small in small increments. I had to start small in small increments and go from there, because it was building blocks for me to get back to where I fell from, and it took time. So I started small, and then gradually, as I started to have success in small areas, I started to make those goals a little bit bigger and continue to reach them over and over and over. And boy, it's a tedious process too. All we need is a little discipline. Back to the.
It is, Ocho. I look at it like this: there are really no failures; they're just delayed
Boy,
successes.
whoa. You ain't finna give me that good gym. Now I think I ain't gonna write that down.
There are delayed successes. There are lessons learned. You see, the thing is, Ocho, is that I'm a firm believer. You never judge a man by where he's standing, because you don't know how far he's come. See, you look at the man that's laying on the street, but how about what if he was under the bridge just yesterday? So you judge a man by where he's standing, not knowing where he came from. You see, a lot of people say, well, Shannon, it's easy for you to say that because you this, but you didn't see from 1968 to 1988. See, that's what you didn't see. And you didn't see Shannon go to bed hungry. And you didn't see Shannon not take a bath. And you didn't see Shannon get rained on. And you didn't see his granny crying, asking, what am I going to pay for today? Do I keep the lights on so you can do your homework? Or do I keep the phone connected so we can call somebody if there's an emergency? What am I going to do this month? So while you judging me for what I am now, do you know where I came from? And did you know how long it took me to get here? See, all you see is my successes, but you didn't see the delayed opportunities that was missed. Cried a many a nights. A lot of people pray. This is not about me, because I know my sister prayed. I know my grandmother prayed, and they're praying for, and God heard prayer that I didn't even know he was listening to. For me to know what my grandmother raised her 9 and took my mom 3, and I put it on everything. She loved us, her 3 grands, more than she did her own. It's something for somebody to take somebody else's kids and love them as they're your own. So for me, there are no failures. I don't the Broncos didn't want to re-sign me. The Ravens cut me. CBS cut me. Fox cut me. That ain't gonna stop me, because I know God got something bigger. You close one door, there's another door open. Sometimes he'll make you move, because you know what? You weren't going to do it on your own. He said, you know what? You need, I've been trying to tell you to leave, but you wouldn't leave. So guess what? I'm going to give you no choice. Now what you going to do?
Come on now. Come on, preacher.
So for me, ain't no failure. I'm a huge success. I left Glenville, Georgia. Population 3,500 when I was there. 1,000 square foot cinder block, 10 roof, no paneling. 1,000 square feet, sometimes 10 people at a time. No indoor plumbing, no running water. And to get here, man, please, because I already know. I know God will never leave me, because I know he didn't bring me this far just to bring me this far. He going to take me all the way on. And no matter what they say, they can't stop it. Progress must progress. So whatever they say about me, he loud, he this, he that, y'all can't stop it. Because what's for me, I'm going to get. Regardless of what they say. Regardless how many times they use my name, no matter how many times they say they don't like me, it does not matter. Because I've got a higher purpose. Because I know there's one man. I don't know how many women. I don't know how many men, but I know there's one man that knows what's in here. So all that other stuff they be talking, Ocho, all them fair. See, everybody see the successes. Everybody see, well, man, look at, man, he 7th round draft pick, with the Pro Bowls and had all the records. Because when I left the game, I had all the records as a tight end. Most yards in a game, most yards for a career, most catches, most touchdowns, had it all. 3 Super Bowls, had it all, and a gold jacket. But you didn't see all the times that I came up short. But that wasn't going to stop me because I saw a bigger purpose. Because I laid next to my grandma until I was 15 years old. And I saw her cry many a night. I saw her pray many a night. And I had no idea what she was praying for. But I believe right now she was saying, Lord, take care of that baby boy. He can be something. So that's what she prayed for. So that's my purpose. So they do all that talking they want. All that gossiping, they do all that they want. I know me. And I don't care about the people that don't know me or don't love me. All I need is the people that I care about to care about me. All that other stuff, Ocho, don't matter. It don't matter. We spend too much time. If you really understood how little people actually thought of you, you give less than a damn what they actually thought about you. Because they don't care about you. You worried about somebody that don't care about you. I worry about the people that care about me. That's what I care about. All that other stuff, Ocho, we need to cut that out. All that gossiping, I don't talk about nobody. Live your life. Because whatever you do, don't take money out of my pocket. So why I care? I ain't gonna got time to gossip. Talk about you for what? Because you don't move the needle for me. You're not putting no money in my pocket talking about you. Why would I talk about somebody when God has blessed me tenfold more than he ever should have? I hadn't been this good, but I've done something right in my life for him to continuously bless me. That's all I care about. There are no failures, just delayed successes. That's how you have to look at life. Maybe you didn't get the woman you like. Maybe you didn't get the job you like. Maybe you didn't get the man you like. Maybe you didn't get the promotion you like. But keep fighting. Keep hanging on. It's coming. It's coming. My grandpa used to always say, boy, sunshine follows rain. Even Noah, it rained 40 days and 40 nights. But guess what, Ocho? The sun came out on the 31st day. That's something I always believe. No matter how stormy it get, the waters will be calm soon. So no matter how rocky my road is, it's smooth sailing ahead soon, Ocho. I believe that. I'm sorry for the rant.
That was good. That was good.
I'm sorry.
Was good. Listen, I appreciate that sermon. Rail did she send us some money?
No, she said she broke. She said she bought you a gift, and she said she ain't. She said that's all she got. So you ain't get. As a matter of fact, you ain't getting enough for your birthday because you went all out for this Christmas gift.
Hey,
Laney Ray, who's also been one of our loyal listeners, Shannon and Ocho. If you could change or get rid of one NFL rule, what would it be and why? Amazing show as always, guys.
Man, that's a good question. What rule would you get rid of? I don't even know.
Ocho, I would say the uniform rule, but you know how we are, Ocho. Because I'm saying, let the guy, because my college coach said, I can't let y'all go. He said, because y'all gonna come out here like an all-tournament team. You gonna have on ponies, you gonna have on Nike, kind of you gonna have on Adidas.
I know what you mean.
So we gotta have a uniform rule because we already see guys now, Ocho. Some of them come out there with socks. Somebody got orange and blue socks. Somebody got all white socks. Somebody got tight. So I'm like, bro,
they be doing all kind of.
Y'all killing us. I would, you know what, Ocho? As much as the rules. They've legislated the intimidation. They've legislated a lot of the physicality out of the game of football. I think it's good. We're at a different place because when you know better, you do better. We know some of the hits and the punishment that guys were taking was leading to injuries. Now, you play an inherently dangerous game. That's what football is. You can't look. You can only make the car so safe, but after you get to a certain speed, still things are going to happen. Ocho, you got big men running into bigger men at a high rate of speed. The dimensions of the field hadn't changed. Look, I get it. They don't let you do the wedge anymore, Ocho. I think they still had the wedge when you got in. When we have three in the wedge weighed 1,000 pounds, you get your two of your biggest defensive linemen and one offensive lineman, and they hold hand and they come in and they try to wipe everything out. They did away with that. The running start on the kickoff, where I used to get 10, 15 yards, go full speed. But I think celebration. As long as the guys didn't do anything that was sexually insinuated, or they didn't do anything that was violent related, the throat slash and all that, all the gun stuff. The celebration. Let them celebrate. Let them celebrate. Now, I ain't gonna let you bring no phone because you already know if you let people celebrate to the extent that they wanted to, somebody calling an Uber, somebody gonna have a pizza or a burger delivered. Ocho, you know they would. I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for somebody to have a burger, go to the side and grab the bag and start eating the burger right there on the side of the field.
I'm trying to think of a rule I would change. Like, because the rules are so lenient now as opposed to when I was playing. They out there celebrating, they doing group celebrations, they hitting the Temptations routine on the field. They doing
the roller, because back then we couldn't celebrate. Remember, Ocho, you couldn't celebrate as a team. You had to do it individually because once somebody, hey man, back, hold on, bro, you about to get me fined $5,000, back up.
I don't know. I like the way football was played during our era. It was football. There was a certain intimidating factor that defenders were able to impose on offensive players, and with that being gone, I think everybody's a lot more comfortable and relaxed with just doing anything out there, like the one hand catches and just being pretty and just just doing.
Well, that's because of the rules, Ocho. You wasn't fit to be parading over the middle of the field like that. What? You might have did it one time, but I bet you wouldn't bring your ass back.
Listen, I'm catching and making a business decision, just like Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt and Marvin Harrison. I'm catching and getting.
Pull the cover up. I pull the turf up over me. Hey, I had a pillar. They kept a pillar. As soon as they caught that ball over the middle,
out. Business decision. Every time.
You got to, man. They can't. You can't take. But all those guys would. You see, Marvin ain't no size now, so you can imagine. And what he has now, that's kind of like old age weight. Elder. He's got in his 40s now. That ain't no. He close to. He probably about 48. 40. I think Marvin came out in 90. Marvin was in that 96 draft with Keyshawn and Musa Muhammad and all those guys. But I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I get frustrated because I think some of the stuff that they call it is that, like, when you call stuff like the receiver, like Amon St. Brown got hit, man, you charge that man $43,000 for that. That ain't no $43,000
coming down and just button up on the safety.
Yeah, that ain't no $43,000.
Somebody landing in their pocket.
Jay Smart got asked. Go ahead. Okay, Jay Smart got asked, if you were ever in a situation where Ray Lewis hit you, like he hit Ocho, how would you react?
I did when I got up from the whooping.
Yeah, you don't even remember that. You talk about I hit somebody. Hey, man, look here, man. When you outweighed, you got to catch them. You can never let a guy bigger than you.
I tried to catch him. He wasn't even looking. It ain't work. Listen, the laws of physics are undefeated. Now, in that case, I should have won. But I tripped over my shoestring and it caused me to lose leverage. So when you have no leverage and I have no base up under me, that's what made me fall.
A Volkswagen Bug gonna lose against a dump truck every time. Every time. Binga said, "Love the show, guys. Ocho, when you and T.O. gonna come out of retirement and help Mahomes reach the Super Bowl.
Mahomes, shoot.
Oh, don't tempt T.O. T.O. What they play at tomorrow? They play in Kansas City? Because if they do, T.O. build a plane right
in shape too, boy. Fuck, mess around and put T on that put T on that team in the slot and watch what happens.
T.O. said, he said, Sharp, man, I can't, I ain't gonna give you no 50 snaps, but I give you 15 good ones. I said, man, I ain't gonna lie. I said, T.O., I didn't want, after like my mind, Ocho, because like I said, when CBS called and I met with them, that was the first time in my life I actually thought about doing something else other than playing football. It changed me, because that's why they say you got to be careful talking about retirement, because if you're not careful, you'll retire yourself prematurely. And so that was really the first time that I thought about something. And then afterwards, man, I was at that thing for like they go to training camp. I saw them because I had a photo shoot the day they left to go to training camp. So I was having a photo shoot the next day. So I went by and saw the guys, and everybody was happy to see me. And Mike even told me, he said, hey, 84, I know you're in shape. So if you ever change your mind, we got a spot for you. I said, Mike, I appreciate that, Mike. I said, but my mind is
you were checked out already, huh?
I was already checked out. And so, man, hey, Ocho, man, and I told you, I said, T.O., bro, you ain't took no lick. Even though it's not as physical as it was when you left. I said, but you ain't took no lick.
Oh, man, T damn near bigger than all them boys right now, man. All the linebackers undersized. They move sideline to sideline. It ain't really, I don't know. The physical aspect of the game is gone to where that don't even count no more. You can't even say that.
Ocho, just people falling on you. Sometimes, Ocho, sometimes guys falling on you. It wasn't a hit. The guy just 250, 60, 70, 80-pound guy just landed on you.
Hey, just falling on you, huh? That's it?
Yeah. I'm like, come on, bro. You ain't have to fall. Come on, man. You could have just touched me down. Man, they jump on you and everything. Come on, bro. That ain't even necessary. Prometheus, 1906, donated $100. Ocho and Unc, could you fellas wish my dad a Merry Christmas? He's currently deployed and watches every one of your episodes. Our family laugh and joke about you guys on the daily. It would mean a lot.
Merry Christmas.
Bro, I don't know your dad. I wish you put his name in here, because we want to he's deployed. We want to thank him for his service, and we want to thank all of our military men and women for their service to keep this country, because you allow us to do what we do, because you do what you do domestically and abroad. So thank you for your service, sir. And wish you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. I mean, look, he said wish him a Merry Christmas because a lot of times we have to be politically correct. We couldn't say Merry Christmas. We got to say Happy Holidays. Well, when somebody say wish my dad a Merry Christmas, I'm going to wish his dad a Merry Christmas, because that's the way he presented to me. So Prometheus, 1906, thank you. Your dad, Merry Christmas, and tell him thank him for his service. Apache Hall, could you wish my grandma Gloria a happy 72nd and 28th birthday?
Can we sing happy birthday, or we gonna get red flag?
Nah, we ain't gonna we gonna get.
We can't do that. Happy
she
birthday.
Raised me into the man I am today. Listen to you. So happy birthday, Granny.
Birthday.
Happy 72nd birthday, Grandma Gloria. Happy birthday, and many, many more to come. Hopefully you I don't know what you wanted for your birthday, but people ask me, say, what you want for your birthday? I said, I want God to open my eyes. After that, I take anything else.
That's a good one.
Man, Shannon, what you most looking forward to tomorrow? Yeah. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but that's what I'm looking forward to. Arel AC said, hey, Ocho, the greatest route runner ever and the greatest ever in my life, my wife's birthday is today. Can you wish her happy birthday? We watch every night. Happy birthday. We don't know how old you are. We don't know your name, but happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Sorry.
Yeah. Richard Lee. I don't know. I think I knew a Richard Lee once upon a time. Unc and Ocho, what makes a great route runner?
That's a good one. That's a good one. For me, obviously being able to run the entire tree, being able to run the entire tree in man-to-man, being able to get from point A to point B as fast as possible within the timing of an offense, and just getting open consistently.
I think what makes a great route runner for me is imagination. Because you can't run it every time just like they drew it up on the sheet.
Yeah.
Ocho. They got guys putting hands on you. Hey, go to 10, the guy standing there, what you want me to do? Run over the top of it? You got to have imagination. I've got to be able to be creative in my technique and my thought process to do exactly what Ocho said. Get from point A to point B as quick as possible. But that's the easy part. Now, transition, get in and out of that break. Because we've seen guys and they throw that blink on, blinkle, and here come that DB driver and knock it down. You got to be able to transition, drop it,
get in and out.
Hey, that's it. That's everything. That's the whole thing. If being able to drop them hips, transition. I ain't never slip on a speed out. I ain't never slipped on a cross on a basic cross. Nope. I'm on that thing. Ocho, I'm on that thing. I'm on it.
Oh,
man. What?
Yeah, I'm dead. That's crazy.
Hey, man, Ocho, your boy had more moves than the OnlyFans woman. You know what I'm talking about, Ocho? I had moves like them. Yeah, Ocho, I had moves like that. You better stop playing with her.
You had them kind of moves?
I was a route running extraordinaire at the tight end position. You have to understand, Ocho, I got drafted as a wide receiver.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So I could run the I could run the route.
It was already in you. It was already in you.
Yeah, yes. So Mike didn't have a problem putting me out there running the bang 8, running the comeback, running the dig, running the shake. You was out there
running the bang 8 from the top of the numbers?
Man, you better stop playing with the back foot back and that foot hit 7. I'm bang. Yeah. Ocho, you
okay. I got to see that footage there.
You better stop.
I got to see that footage.
Run the shake. But, Ocho, come on.
I got to see it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just pull it up for me. I can find it at NFL Films. Don't worry about it.
Voodoo Lobster 79 donated $100 and asked, Unc and Ocho, where would y'all rate Max Verstappen 2023 F1 season in terms of all-time domination? He won his 3rd straight title, won 19 of 23 races, which is the most in a season, most points ever in a season, doubling his teammate who was 2nd. Look, Schumacher was it. I remember Michael Schumacher. Hopefully he's doing well. He had a very tragic accident that left him in a situation, a skiing accident. Lewis Hamilton, I know of him. I don't know these guys, and that's as far as I go back. Is Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton, and Verstappen. Come on, bro. 19 to 23 races. 19 to 23 races.
That's great. And I don't even watch F1 like that.
I think he drive for Red Bull because I think Lewis Hamilton is Mercedes.
Red Bull. I was at F1. I was F1 at in Vegas. I was at F1 here in Miami. Great experience. Great experience. Boy, them cars be flying, boy.
I want to go to Monte Carlo. I want to go to Monte Carlo. Yeah. Monaco. Monte Carlo. They got one in Monte Carlo too. Where they got Le Mans?
That was Monaco. No, I'm not sure.
They might have one Monaco.
You'll love that. You'll love that. I don't feel right in that environment a little bit.
Le Mans, France.
That environment, it's very.
Because I've been obviously Super Bowl. Go ahead.
How do I say it? Very, like Beverly Hillish. Very, hey.
Oh, they got money.
There you go. There we go.
They got long. They got long money. They got yachts.
That wasn't my type of environment. But I enjoyed the experience that I was able to see, those cars up close like that.
Brandon Robinson asked, Unc and Ocho, who's your greatest running back receiver? I got Marshall Faulk. Yeah,
man, that's a good one too.
It's gonna be interesting to see. Excuse me. We'll see Christian McCaffrey ends up. But I in my era, Marcus Allen was one of the ones that could catch the football, played 17 years. Al wasted a lot of his years doing him wrong. Had him running full, had him blocking for Bo Jackson. But Marshall, LaDainian, LT had tremendous hands.
LT.
Yeah, he's the first to rush. I think LT rushed for like 1,600 one year and caught 100 passes. So that just goes to show you what type of running back that he was. But probably Marshall. Roger Craig was the first to do 1,000 in the same season. Rushed for the 49ers.
High stepping ass.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, but probably Marshall, because I think Marshall could have been a receiver if he wanted to, because he had that.
Getting up out of there.
You know who a guy, I don't know if you know him, Eric Metcalf.
What you mean I don't know Eric Metcalf? What number 21, man? Yeah, man, Eric Metcalf was nice.
You know, Cal was like
Metcalf
that.
Was nice.
I think Cal came out a year before me from Texas. Man, you talk about a pretty running style.
He had to run track, huh? That's what it was. He had that pretty track running style.
Like a Paladin Pride. He be stepping on them. But that in and out, and get going on you. Sir Kate King says, Unc and Ocho love the show. Huge fans. 2 questions. Is Fred Taylor Hall of Fame worthy? And how good was B. Dawkins? I only played against Dawkins once.
I played against him once.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think it might have been his rookie year. 98. Did B. Dawg come in 98 or 97? Because I played against him in 98 when he was at the Eagles, and I think he was a rookie. So I didn't have a whole lot of dealing with him. I'm a lot older than guys, man. I'm 55, man.
I played against B-Dawg once, and the Fred Taylor question, without a doubt.
Yeah. 96? Yeah, okay. B-Dawg came in 96. We played against the Eagles in 98. That was the year we followed by back-to-back Super Bowl. I mean, we beat them so bad. I couldn't tell you anybody. You know who was on that team then? Actually, he the DB coach at the Cowboys.
Al Harris
with the dread. Al Harris.
Yeah.
I ran a comeback on him. Pull that up.
On Al?
And I ran a comeback on him and jumped over his head.
I don't know about that, boy. I got to see that.
Ocho, I caught the ball. I was so high up. He split my legs. He went underneath. I could pull it up.
Are you sure it was Al Harris? Green Bay Packers Al Harris that played on the opposite side
He was in Philly. He was in Philly at first.
I know. I'm saying, are you sure that's the same Al Harris we talking about?
But you internet will find it. Ran a comeback on him.
and you jumped over his head?
I went up there, caught him. He went up. I don't know. All I know, I was so high up.
Yeah.
he like,
hey, chat, somebody got to find that footage for me and tweet it to me, please. Chop it up and tweet it to me, please. I need that.
Yeah. Francis Senya. In 2023, if you see Ray Buchanan in a snowstorm and his truck is broken down and yours is running perfect, would you pick him up? Absolutely not.
You ain't gonna pick him up?
No, I ain't got no problem. Well, it better not be no snowstorm in LA. If it's a snowstorm in LA, stuff really about to go down, Ocho. Yeah, something really about to go down. But I hadn't seen Ray in probably 25 years.
Damn, for real? Especially with social media. Social media bridges the gap where it's easy to communicate with anybody.
But a lot of them people don't be on social media like that no more, Ocho. I mean, we active on social media because it's kind of like our job, and kind of get a feel of what's going on out there, because you never know. And like to feel, you never know what we're going to talk about on here, or what we're going to talk about on First Take. So you kind of trying to stay connected, but I hadn't seen Ray in such a long time. Sean the King said, Unc and Ocho, y'all got TV networks execs scared. Your podcast is the future. Look, the thing that I've tried to convey to Ocho is that, look, we've got to got to thinking that linear TV is our only option. Because for the longest time, everybody wanted to be on television. But pretty soon, television is basically going to be live events. The network's going to have live events. And this is kind of where it's going. I mean, because you get Netflix, they want sports. You see Amazon is already into the business. Apple is looking to probably, who knows what they're going to do with ESPN, or maybe start their own thing, because when you got $700-800 billion in cash, you can do a lot. And so all we try to do, what we try to do is try to give you the best. We try to give you the best analysis, the best entertainment, the most information that we possibly can be. And we try to give it to you in a way that is true, but it's funny. It's kind of like comedians. Comedians take live, true events and make them funny. Okay, we take stories, and although Ocho is sharing stories and they make you laugh, I share stories that make you laugh, and we say things in football terms. We talk about football. I mean, yeah, I believe there's a time to be serious, and there's a time that we can joke. And I think the thing, we have a great balance of that. And so thank you, Shonda. I hope so. But I just try to look. I'm on television 2 days a week. I go there, Ocho. I bring my hard hat. I bring my lunch pail and my work boots. They pay me an honest day's wage. I give them an honest day's work. I come home and I start preparing for this. So that's what I do. I give them what they ask for. They ask 2 days. I give them 2 days. They were like, "Hey, Shannon, can you do this Thursday and Friday?" That's how I operate, Ocho. But I'm gonna know, like, man, well, what happened if I don't know what ESPN is gonna do. I don't know. I signed a 1-year deal, and we'll see. Hopefully they like what I'm giving them, and we can work out something long term. But I tell you what, I got Club Shay Shay, and I got Nightcap. So we got something, Ocho. We got something.
We're gonna be straight. We're gonna always be all right. Nightcap gonna go where it need to go. It's just like Noah's Ark. Everybody better get on board now.
They're too late now. They too late. But I tell you what, a lot of other people the format that we're using is that
you could have the format if you want.
We first.
It's only one Unc and it's only one Ocho. It don't matter what format you have, it's only one of us. So no matter what you do, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to hit the same. It's not going to feel the same because it's not us. It's different. There's a certain chemistry. There's a certain energy and aura that we have. It ain't forced. It's just fucking. It's authentic. It's organic. It's not. It's
they can't tell stories like us, Ocho.
It's not, man. You can't replicate that. You can't.
No,
you can't.
They can't. And the thing is, I've lived long enough. I have a perfect, because I grew up in the late 60s, early 70s. So I have a different perspective than a lot of people. There are not a lot of people that grew up in the era that I grew up in, that played sports, played them at the level that I played, and be able to communicate, to cross a couple of generations, and people like, okay, I don't sound like an old joker trying to be him.
Right.
Give it to you straight. I'm not a new kid trying to live. I lived it. Because the thing is, Ocho, I've been their age. I've been 35. 35-year-old ain't never been 55.
I like where you're going. I like where you're going.
So at the end of the day, just be you. What you see is what you get. That's what I am. What you see is what you get. Yes, I can be serious. I can be funny. I know a lot of different things about a lot of different things. I don't know everything. I know a little bit about everything. So, when you ask me about Max Verstappen, hey, like I said, I go back to Michael Schumacher and I go to Lewis Hamilton. That's what I know. And I didn't think anybody could be Schumacher. And then here come Lewis Hamilton. And then I didn't think ain't nobody gonna be, in the Mercedes. And then here come Verstappen and the Red Bull. And it took a lot of money to run those cars.
Boy, you know how much a car
and here's the thing, costs? Ocho, do you know to fly? It's not like they going from Talladega to Bristol, to Hampton,
they going across
to Darlington,
the world.
To Charlotte. They got to put on a plane.
That's crazy.
Yes, and to move a whole team.
They make a lot of sponsorship though, huh? It got to be a lot of sponsorship money.
Yeah, man. Cause people watching.
That's crazy.
But the cash cow right now in NFL. Yeah. The NFL do about $16 billion a year.
What do you think F1 do a year? That's a good question. I'm just curious.
They said like I think NFL's like I saw something they said like there's a couple of things that do like $10 billion.
Okay.
A year. But right now, NFL is king, man.
As always.
They're king. And because you got Amazon bought the Thursday night, you saw what they did. I think they paid $100 million to do Black Friday game. Yeah, 100 mil. Netflix say they want to do some live events. Man, Ocho, I remember this was 1999. I used to go to this girl that did my nails. She said, can I, we just sitting there talking. She said, you ever heard of Netflix? I said, no.
Whoa, in 99?
She said, in 99. Because back then, you order the DVDs that you want, you watch them, and then you send them back. She said, you know what? I think it'll be a wise investment for you. I said, what you think will be a wise investment for me? She said, I think you should invest in Netflix. I said, really? She said, yeah. She said, I mean, I don't know how much you make, but you probably could invest like $2,500, $5,000. She said it just like that. Damn.
Hey, remember Blockbuster Video?
Yeah. Who you think put Blockbuster out of business?
That's crazy.
Yeah. In 2022, F1 saw its total revenues $2.57 billion, up from $2.14 billion. So that just goes to show you, NFL did 16. So NFL did 7 times 7.5, so 7x.
That's crazy.
Ain't only getting bigger.
Does F1 continue to grow the same way the NFL continues to grow every year? Or does it?
Ocho, Ocho. They went from 2.14 to 2.57. So basically, they put about 400 million. When the NFL increased, they do it in billions.
Well, that's.
I mean, the cap in 2 years, you watch the cap. The cap would be $300 million. In 5 years, you'll have a player a quarterback making Shohei Ohtani's money.
$700 million.
He'll be making 70 a year. They're not going. I don't know if they give you. No, it's not going to be guaranteed. But I'm saying on paper, it'll look like Shohei. Because you got to realize, 4 years ago, Pat Mahomes got 450, and we thought we're like $500 million. When you could buy teams. Mr. Bowling bought the Broncos for like $68 million.
Oh, that's crazy. The numbers are that's
yes. And the return. Jamarion World said, Unc and Ocho, I'm about to turn 21. I got same birthday as LeBron. Any advice for these next couple of years of my life? Love the channel. Thank you. Bro, what you want to do with your life? What you want to be?
And still enjoy yourself. You got to enjoy yourself. Got to have fun. Don't take life too serious at 21, but have a plan though. You got to have some type of plan, have some type of structure or something. But 21, you still enjoy yourself, man. Still enjoy yourself. You got to, but you got to have a plan. You got to have a little structure, a little balance.
Yeah, little balance.
Just a little bit, because most 21-year-olds, Unc, most 21-year-olds, it's fun, morning, noon, night. Fun, morning, noon, night. And it's a routine, and the routine gets stuck in your 20s, when you're 21, and you stay in the same routine when you're 23, and you do it so goddamn much, you never break out that routine, and by the time you look up, it's too goddamn late to do any goddamn thing.
I'm looking at it like this. What does he want to do? What does he want to be? What's his plan? Because of me at 21, I was a senior in college, and I had tunnel vision. What could help Shannon get to the NFL? What could help Shannon be the best he could be his last year in college?
That's where that discipline come in, though. A lot of people ain't got the goddamn discipline, especially when you're young, to focus on long term because you're stuck in the now. That's the problem. It's the now that you got them. The now, people being stuck in the now, that shit pass you right back because you think you got all day.
Ocho, when I was in my teens, in high school, in college, my body was in Glenville. My body was in Savannah. My mind was 1,000 miles away. I knew there was something out there bigger and better for Shannon Sharpe, and I had to get to it. I had to see it. I had to experience, and I had to bring Mary Porter, and I had to bring my family with me. That drove me. I'm talking about almost to the point of it. That's all I thought about. I didn't think about anything else. Yeah. I mean, I did stuff, but I was focused. And the greatest compliment that guys that I played with, they pay me. When they don't say I'm the best player they ever played with, they say I'm the best teammate. Nobody was more disciplined than Shannon. Nobody was more determined and dedicated than Shannon. The very first day in 1986, I stepped foot on Savannah State campus. We had practice. I said, I'm going to the NFL. I said, y'all gonna bull jive, but I'm going to the NFL. Man, shut up. You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. First year, Ocho, I started a little bit. My second year, that spring practice.
Year 2, it was a wrap.
So I make Black College All-American. I'm the only true sophomore on the team. And I'm Conference Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, obviously wide receiver. So we go to the Sheridan Black College All-American banquet. As a matter of fact, the guest speaker was Jane Kennedy. Y'all know about Jane. So you don't know about Jane Kennedy. But everybody in this chat, anybody that's my age, anybody that's like 45 to 65, they know about Jane Kennedy. Now this thing finna light up. Jane Kennedy was Halle Berry before Halle Berry. Yeah, she like that.
Wait, James Kennedy?
Jane Kennedy. She used to be on the NFL Today on CBS. It was Jane Kennedy, it was Irv Cross, it was Jimmy the Greek, and it was Brent Musburger. Chat about a lot of, they know, hey, whew. But anyway, so we there. So my coach was Bill Davis. They got Coach Rob, they got Coach Willett, Coach Jeffries, Morforte. Who else is there? They got Coach W.C. Gordon. They got I think a gunslinger, Archie Cooley, all of them there. And so they talking about, well, Vincent Brown, they call him the Undertaker, went to Mississippi Valley State. And they say, oh, this boy really good, yada, yada, yada. Coach Davis looked at every one of them. Coach Davis said, I got the baddest end here. And he a sophomore. I say, he said, all them guys that y'all name, they can't hold a candle to this boy. It made me feel so good that he said that. Every last one of them that was playing in the All-Star game, call it the Freedom Bowl. I'm going to be better than you. I'm going to be better than you. I'm going to be better than you, because my coach said he would lead it. That's how I thought. If I heard my coach say something, Ocho, I had a medial collateral sprain. I was a sophomore in high school. I was like 5'7", 155. I was small. Like I remember I told you they used to call me Pee Wee. So I hurt my knee, and they took me to the doctor. And I was 5'7", and the doctor, his name, I never forget his name, was Dr. Dewberry, James Dewberry. So they X-rayed my knee. He said, he looked at the coach, he looked at me. He said, Coach Hall, that's gonna be a big man there. I'm looking. I'm like, how am I be a big man? I'm 5'7", 155. He said, he's gonna be a big man. So now I'm like, I go home, tell my sister, doctor said I'm gonna be a big man. I'll be a big man. Man, Ocho, I got to college, start eating 3 a day, started lifting that iron. I got huge on them, Ocho. I got huge on them. But discipline is everything. You're not going nowhere without discipline. Without discipline, you can't do nothing.
And it don't matter what it is.
You're lost. Without it, you can't do anything. Chad, they keep it count 4 curses. Chad, you owe $80.
What you?
TJ,
no. They messing up. Listen, Unc, when I do that ain't cursing.
Yeah, the cursing. $5 in the jar. TJ Gamble, Goat James dropped 40 tonight. How long do you think he can play at this level? P.S. My wife loved the show. Best wishes to you and yours. Man, he was sensational tonight, man. I think he was what? What was he? 13 of 19, 13 of 20, 5 of 5 from 3, 8 of 8, 9 of 9 from the free throw line.
Who they play? Who they played?
They played OKC in
Okay.
OKC. He had to stop the bleeding. He had to stop the bleeding because they was hemorrhaging. I think they had won one game since they had won the in-season tournament. And I believe they put a lot of emphasis on the in-season tournament because if you end something, I might as well win it, Ocho. It's like, hey, it's like I go to college. I ain't just go to college. Yeah, I majored in eligibility, but since I'm here, I might as well get a degree. Hell, I'm here. Right. Why not? And what I'm looking for, they gonna be in the class. They're not gonna be in my room if I'm skipping class. What they in class. So that's where I need to be, in the front of the class. Every Friday, sport coat on, briefcase. I'm gonna be somebody. That's my mindset. I'm gonna be somebody. that's what Rev Jesse Jack. I am somebody.
Oh Rev.
That Jane Kennedy. Y'all know about Jane Kennedy? Who know about Jane Kennedy in the chat?
I had to pull it up. I see it on the cover of Ebony magazine.
Yes. Finer than Frog here.
She was in Jet magazine too.
Ooh.
You remember Jet magazine?
Of course. Had a centerfold on my wall. The Jet centerfold, beauty of the week. You know? Cut it out, put it on my wall when I was in college. Now I sure did. Yeah, hey, if I ever, and they better never let me get no money. I'm gonna get me one. Or 2, 3. But I'm gonna have me one. I mean, I'm like, where am I gonna meet? Where am I gonna meet these women from? They like, back then they from New Jersey, they from California. I'm like, but I had everybody. I mean, most of the guys, I went to an HBCU, so obviously most of the guys, it wasn't unique that I had, but hey, I'm cutting the beauty of the week out, put the thing dead up on my wall.
Right.
Sure did. Mm-hmm. It said, Martrell, Virginia Beach said, where would y'all rank Shedeur Sanders? He looks like the best quarterback since Andrew Luck. Keep going. He's not coming out this year. This is really a crowded. This is really a loaded draft class at the quarterback position. I want to see him with some better protection. Oh, he has some outstanding receivers, and as Prime told us, he got some more dogs coming in. He said, but the main dogs he get on the O line and D line. But he can flat out throw the football. There's no question. I think you guys saw it. He can spin the football.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be surprised if he doesn't go in the first round in the 2025 draft. I'm going to be shocked. I'll probably be shocked if he's not a top 10 pick.
I was with which commit was that I was with today? See, that was one of the
the old lineman?
Yeah.
The old lineman.
Boy.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Big boy.
Just call me Chris. Said, married man. Me and my wife Rose subscribe to the channel and love the show. It's her birthday week. Damn. I don't know who started this birthday week. Would love a shout out. Much success to Nightcap, Unc and Ocho. We tuned in. Hey, Chris, Rose, happy birthday week. Man, what y'all do? I mean, when did this become a thing, Ocho? They like the Indian family, like these prominent Indian families, they get married in weddings, and they have weddings that go on a week, 2 weeks, month. But I'm saying, when did we start having in our community? When did we start having birthday weeks?
I'm not sure. I think it's women that started that. I think women have started having birthday month. A week? Birthday month.
What?
Oh yeah.
Well, they better have Oprah or Kim Kardashian or Beyonce money.
They say,
I ain't funding that.
It's Libra season or whatever they call it. I don't know all those fucking seasons or what. Oh shit! Damn it.
Yeah. Oh, that's 4 or 5 up right there, Ocho. Go to drop $200.
My bad. But I lost my train of thought because I was trying not to curse, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, women love that. You talk about birthday week. They talk about their birthday month. It's their season, and they celebrate the whole month.
They do. I'm trying to come on now. Come on. That ain't what it was supposed to be,
Yeah.
Ocho.
I'm happy. I'm happy, man. When my birthday come, my birthday is on January 9th coming up. Real and me trying to do stuff for me, going to dinner. I say, man, listen, you know I do not like that. Don't throw me no party. Don't invite no people around me. Don't do none of that.
No, no,
Listen,
no, 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 no,
go
no party
get
with
me a
my money.
cigar. Get me my cafe con leche from a Cuban spot. Let me sit on this patio and listen to my Sinatra or my Michael Bublé or my Harry Connick Jr. and let me relax. I don't want no extras. My prayer, I say that prayer at 11:59, right before the ninth hit. Man, that's enough for me. Thank God for seeing another year because there's a lot of people I know that ain't make it.
Yeah. I'm trying. Hey, on my birthday, I'm gonna try to shake the cover this
Boy,
year
you
for
gonna shake
dog.
you gonna shake the
Sure.
covers, huh?
I'm trying to shake the cover for dog.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
Shaking the covers.
56, though, hey, Lord, you let me see 56.
You gonna shake the covers, huh? I gotta
Am
use
I?
that.
I don't know you old enough. You know, I used to take the rug out and hang it over the clothes hanger and beat it with a broom and beat the dust out of it. You ever did that, Ocho?
I ain't did that one. I like that.
Hey, chat, y'all know anything about that? Taking that rug outside and hitting it with that broom and dust fly everywhere. That's what I'm trying to do at the whole 06, 26, 24. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna knock the dust
like
off.
that. I like that. Just hold off until then too now. Yeah,
what?
hold off until then.
Man, I'd be like Sherman with what you call him, but grandma told Sherman. You get all that, you be wooling. Make your head pop off. Daniel Dubois. Can I get a happy birthday song for my girlfriend? Happy birthday, her golden birthday. Nah, Eve, her name is Jessica Cahill. It would mean a lot. Jessica, happy birthday. I don't know what number it is, but happy birthday today and many more to come. Hopefully, you had a very lovely evening. Enjoyed it, did something that you like, and you were surrounded by family, friends, and loved ones. So happy birthday, Jessica, and many more to come.
Happy birthday, gang. Happy birthday, twin.
Sharma Mabel said, baby girl been tuned in since birth. Can y'all wish her a happy 5 month?
5 months. If you need a babysitter, holla at me.
Yeah, happy birthday. Hopefully, my grandson turned a year on LeBron's birthday. I got me a little baby goat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He got me a shirt. I'm gonna wear my t-shirt.
Yeah.
Got his Papa t-shirt.
I like that. I like it.
So I'm gonna wear that. I'm gonna already give y'all a heads up. I'm gonna wear that on Monday. Brandon Atkinson. I'm transferring to UFC to be a walk-on. Any advice? UCF, University of Central Florida.
That's out there in Tampa, ain't it?
Yeah.
So you can get
Tampa or Orlando.
It's one of them. I get them confused. I don't know.
I think it's Orlando.
If you walking on, well, advice, you know what you need to do.
Yeah, you got to come on with it.
What you need to do, especially if you walking home.
Yeah, we played them in my sophomore year. I did a number on them too, Ocho.
Central Florida?
Yeah, Ocho. I did a number on them.
They must not have been good back then.
They were good. All I know, they came to see. They had a receiver, and I think his name was Bernard Ford. Showed him up. All I needed to know, hey, who the best player over there? And what position does he play? Because if he play wide receiver, when they lead his game, they're not going to be talking about him. They're going to be talking about the other guy from Savannah State, number 2. If he a DB, he got no chance. No chance. Zero. What is less than zero? A negative integer? All I needed to know, what position did he play? Now, if he played D lineman, I can't do it. I can't expose. But no matter what he played, whatever the best player was on the opposing team, Ocho, when they left, I guarantee you that they won't think about him as highly as they did before I came into that game. I bet you that.
And see, if I was a DB, I would have locked your ass up, man. I like that kind of talk. I like that. Yeah,
Ocho.
you. Nothing.
Ocho, I wasn't nothing to be
Nothing.
played with.
I
ain't gonna lie to you. Ocho, I wasn't nothing to be played with, Ocho.
Saying.
So can you think about it, Ocho? Think about this, Ocho. I'm gonna think about it now. Think about what I did in the NFL. Now think about what I'm doing at the HBCU. You thinking the same thing. You ain't got no business there. You right. But while I'm here, I'm a wreck shop. And everybody had to see me. They still talk about it. People at Morris Brown, Morehouse, Clark, Fort Valley, Albany, Georgia Southern, Elon, they still talk about that number 2 at Savannah State.
Hey, if you play receiver, right?
I sure did.
I want you to think about this. You know, I'm a better DB than receiver. Like, I mean, I'm just telling you, I'm a better DB than receiver. I'm just thinking about if I was lined up on you, like how you would have been able to maneuver. Cause I'm so like, let me give you a little example, right? Like you see, I'm always square like this here. You feel me?
That's what I want you to do.
Square, you know? So I want you to be able to have a two-way go. Who you can't pull and rip because my quads is right up under me, right?
Ocho, you too light.
It ain't about that because as you coming forward, I'm backing up out of there anyway, and I'm giving just a little bit of ground, and I'm gonna make it reset the line of scrimmage every time. And as soon as you get ready to go, boom, I'm stabbing. Whichever way you go, I'm stabbing. I'm riding the hip. Chop who?
Me. Man, as soon as you,
I'm pulling you at the hip though.
Ocho,
I'm pulling. Where you going?
As soon as you put that left or right out, I'm trying to break it.
Nah, I'm ready, bro.
I'm trying to break it. I'm just telling you, I'm trying to break it. I'm trying to break it.
Pocket, boy, like pocket change.
Nah. Last 2 questions of the night, guys. Thank you. I'm sorry we couldn't get to your questions tonight, but we really do have to try to answer them all. Chad, answer this, please. The rainbow dime drop. How important is that on the deep ball pass? I think Kenny has that. Explain what the rainbow does.
Rainbow drop pass?
On the deep ball.
Why you call it rainbow? You don't want to put that much air on it now.
The chimney throw. We'll let him call it. We call it the chimney throw, dropping it down. Obviously you try to give the guy as much room as you possibly can from the sideline because you don't want him to always have to.
And that's a problem.
I don't know what your deep ball.
That's a problem now today, for receivers. Most of them always pin to the goddamn sideline instead of getting a nice release. Instead of they always just widen and letting the DB ride them off to the goddamn sideline and not giving the quarterback no room where he got to make almost the damn near perfect throw almost every time.
Because Ocho, if you think about it, once the guy releases, he's keep getting wide instead of stacking him and putting him in a trail. So now the quarterback, he can throw it here, he can throw it here, he can throw it here. Whereas before, like if you just keep getting wide, he gonna ride to the sideline. He can only throw it one spot here. And so what we try to do, we try to release, stack him, and know the ball's gonna come 42 and 4. 42 yards down the field, 4 yards from the sideline. Some people are 44 and 2, 44 yards deep, 2 yards from the sideline. But Mike, the way we were taught it, it was 42 and 4. 42 yards deep, 4 yards from the sideline. You know what's funny about that? No matter how fast you was, that ball always landed at the right time, at the right mark every time. Right. Because the guy, that's where the trash can comes in at. So you put the ball at 25, you put it at 30, you put it at 40, you put it at 42 and 4, and you try to throw the ball, you try to put it in that trash can. So because that's where you're gonna be. And so you had to set it up because knowing I'm not even looking until I get like 25 yards. I'm just digging. I'm getting wide. I'm releasing outside, and now I'm trying to get back in front of him. I'm trying to stack him because I want him in a trail position. Knowing that John's gonna drop it in there. I like that. So Patrick Willis said, Unc and Ocho, if y'all had an opportunity to call a sporting match, what would it be? To call a sporting match? What I would like to call. I would look that's a good question. Maybe play by play since I already said that. Oh, Lord. No. Well, sporting event. What you want to call? You want to call play by play? You want to call basketball play by play? Nah. Football play by play? soccer play-by-play? You want to do a tennis?
Soccer or football? No, soccer or boxing. I like that.
I want to call the match Wimbledon center court.
That's nice. Oh, center court?
I want to be on center.
You calling Alcaraz and Joker.
I hate that I didn't see Federer play.
You see Roger play in person?
That I got, look, obviously I've been to a World Series Game 7. I've been to an NBA Finals. I've been to obviously the Super Bowl. I went to the US Open. I saw Serena beat the Great Dane. What's her name? She just got married. She married Keith Lee. Lee used to play for the Golden State Warriors, the Knicks. What's her name?
The Warriors, the Knicks.
He played for the Warriors and the Knicks. What's her name? They call her the Great Dane, but she's Wozniacki. Caroline Wozniacki. I saw Serena play her in the U.S. Open semifinals on a Saturday night. So there ain't a whole lot of things. I want to go see the Olympics. I need to see the Olympics, and I need to see a Wimbledon match center court. Then I'm good.
I like that.
Maybe go see Daytona too.
Listen, Daytona. You been to a NASCAR race before?
I have.
I love it. No.
I was at Watkins Glen. I started the race at Watkins Glen.
That, man. I've been to
That's a road course.
Charlotte. Obviously, I've been to Daytona. I've been to Homestead. I love sitting out there, man. Mm-hmm. The engine.
Man, people don't realize how loud those cars are.
I love it. I love it.
And how close they are going 200 miles an hour.
I love it. Great.
But they have to, and the bank is so steep to keep them from.
You could drive in Daytona. You know that, right? You haven't done that yet. You get in the car. They put you. They have you in the ear, and they're able to control how fast you can go. So they want to go fast. They build you up to about 180, 190. They build you up.
I do this every night, Ocho. Does anybody know what this shoe is called and why is it special? There's a reason. Now we're going to see the real sneakerheads. What's this shoe called and why is it special? Because they made it in two different models. But why is this shoe
special? If I had to take a guess, because I don't know what those are, but it's special because it has the gum bottom.
Look at Ocho.
I don't understand.
Somebody told you. You don't know about no gum
bottom. I don't wear. I wear Jordan 1s. That's it. I don't have any of the other ones.
You don't know about no gum bottles. You need to stop, Ocho. Who told you? I want to know who told you.
Ain't nobody here.
If you don't wear nothing but ones, how you know about the 11s? And how do you know about the gum bottom?
I'm looking at the gum bottom, and anytime I see those, let me finish. Anytime I see those shoes, the bottom is always white.
That's my point. So who told you?
Obviously, if the bottom on those aren't white like they're supposed to be, based on what I'm used to seeing, that must be what make them special. The gum bottom.
Ocho, it's the fact that you said gum.
Gum. You think I don't know what gum bottoms is? What you trying to say?
Please make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're at 500. We started at 528. Yep. Let's see where we are right now. I think we gained a couple of thousands. We are now at 530,000. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for downloading us. Check this out. We pinned the Shea by LaPortier link at the top. Make sure you go out and get yourself a bottle or two for you or someone that you love. Make sure you download us on the Club Shay feed. You can also download us on the Nightcap feed. Ocho and I greatly appreciate that. I'm your favorite sports uncle, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number 85 route running extraordinary Cincinnati Bengal legend, Chad Ochocinco Johnson. We're out and we'll see you tomorrow.